Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. It's Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to read. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations.
Yo, what's happening, people? What's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's Tuesday night, so that means it is time for Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a cop.
My man is right on time, and as you can see, Sugar Sean is actually in the building on time. You know,
Hello.
Usually show up a little late, but we're gonna do this.
It's
Got
on
my
time.
man, the fantasy. Look at him. He over there looking at his draft, boy. He's straight up into it. He gonna get us because, you know, we got to be talking to the mic and talking to the people.
At the same time.
Right. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, I got some time.
Go backwards out of that.
Yes, I got some time.
Just a little bit, buddy. Just a little.
Got some time. So, yes, Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. We about to do this thing, man. Light work tonight. We actually was just going to do our fantasy football draft, but everything changed when we had some comments and some crazy things that happened within the last 48 hours, right? And got us ready to talk about it.
Yeah,
Probably. Oh, you already cut it. Okay. Is it you need a pen or whatever? Going to it. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get into some stuff tonight, man, as we do our fantasy football draft. Before we even get started, I want to again congratulate my partner here, Mr. Angelo Sykes, Uptown Comedy Corner, Comedy Club of the Year. It was a dope. My girl Hope Flood set it out for us last night. We were able to get out, get some. You know, actually, we had a nice little comedy show, didn't we, last night? Yeah, as you can see the award right here. And it was dope. It was a great night. It was a great night, and I'm on the Hope Flood parade to where we got to get some sponsors for her joint because I can never say it enough. As Michael Collier, that's right, the Michael Collier was in the building also. He was awarded Comedian of the Year, and he said some things, man. And he said some things that was big, as did Angelo. People don't realize how passionate this man is about his craft with the comedy club. I thought I had a time limit last night, but you know I was going to talk about your work ethic, how you all in Florida at 9 o'clock in the morning trying to make sure that the car go over there and pick up such and such from the hotel. What you mean he ain't up? What? Man, get on there and wake that, he on the radio. Nah, he's supposed to be. Yeah, I've seen that work ethic. So, but we're going to start like we usually do. Angela, how was your week, brother?
Hey, man, like you said, brother, it was a good week, man. I had a very interesting week last few days, honestly. You know, we had our flag football playoffs, man, which was a disappointing loss. And I left the field and had to go straight to, I'm trying to look down, so if somebody say, man, you up. Because we're doing a live draft too, y'all.
Snap.
So,
I'm on the clock. Ow!
That's what I don't want to do right there. See, I'm on the So that's what I don't want to be right there. Somebody just got Devontae Adams.
I did.
You got him.
Yeah, I guess that works, but
Yeah, that works. That was my next pick. So anyway,
man,
It's gonna be real tight here. Somebody got Najee too. But y'all hurt me, man. I don't know running back to choose from.
Man, yeah, let me take a look down. Forgot it comes backwards.
Yeah, come backwards. They got me on the running backs, y'all, so I ain't no real running back to choose from. So anyway, we left the field and Robbie says, gotta come to Children's Hospital of Atlanta. So I had to leave the field, I had to go straight to the hospital. My son had to have emergency surgery.
What?
Yeah, man, baby boy had to have emergency surgery Sunday, so it was a really, really long day, but he's good. You know, everything went well. But I literally didn't get home from from the football field, which we were at 10 o'clock in the morning, till sometime close to midnight, you know what I mean? On Sundays, it was a real long day. You know, Monday was trying as well, so the awards, then, you know, that award ceremony on Monday, so. But anyway, it's life, you know what I mean? It's how we built. But we had a great time at the award show. Being honored there, man, on the same platform with, like you just said, the likes of Michael Collier and, George Wallace. Come on, man.
Oh, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, I was on the group text with George Wallace. Everybody on the show.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't be on a group text with them.
Hey, man, these guys were joning so hard before the show with each other. It was absolutely hilarious. They said, somebody tell my car, don't wear one of them old 1960 suits to the thing. My car came in, whoever said that, don't worry about it. I'm leaving your mama house now. I'm gonna get her suit, my suit from there.
Yeah. Shots fired.
Man, I'm joking with Jonah the entire time before the show even started, man. That joke was absolutely hilarious, bro. So yeah, it was kind of cool to be on the same platform, them kind of guys, man. And, you know, and had an opportunity to kind of speak. And I'm gonna just tell y'all something real quick. If you know, for those who got a chance to hear some of the things I had to say last night, I was so passionate about it because what I was saying last night was real time, Sugar Sean. It was real time. It had just occurred.
Yeah.
This wasn't something that we talk about here about. It had just occurred. You know what I mean? I'm on the clock again too. So,
yo, you just left a moment.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah.
How you gonna lead a moment?
Quick moment. Hope I made the right pick right there. But Shula King and I were talking. We talked a couple weeks ago, and he was excited about doing Uptown. And he told me to get with his agent, which I did. I put the offer in the very next day. So when Shula walked up, now I told Shula that night, because Shula said, "No, my agent is cool, man. He ain't like that. You know what I mean? He get the offer. He gonna let me know what to do." So first thing I asked Shula was, I said, "Did you get the offer yet?" Shula said, "No. But I figured you did because they told me I had an offer from the other club." And then Shula showed me the messages. Because I showed Shula my offer that was sent and the response. Shula in turn said that very same day I sent the offer, and all of a sudden the other club put in an offer for the same day.
That's crazy.
Same time, right? And so Shula showed me the chain where it said, that club put an offer in for you. Shooter responded and said, "Yeah, but Uptown did too." You know what I mean? But he hadn't seen it. They saw it because they responded.
Right.
So Shula said, he kind of made a joke about it. Both clubs courted me with the whoop. I feel like internet model. I mean, some funny stuff. You know what I mean? And so the guys told him, "Well, I think you should go with the other guy, the more established club."
Nah, that's the problem.
More established in Atlanta, uptown.
Nah, that's a problem.
It was in writing.
Nah.
But that's why. So what I said last night literally was because that junk just happened. It was real. That's why Shooter was yelling out the crowd.
Yeah.
Tell them what happened.
Yep.
And I didn't want to get into it on that platform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just want to be known that this is the BS we deal with from a black comedy club standpoint. Shula's is an example. When I tell y'all this happens every single day. all the time. Everybody we book, they try to go after them. They try to discredit you.
That's right.
The whole 9 yards, man. This is a regular occurrence. And that's why, it was real time, man. It was real time last night. It just happened. He just showed it to me.
Nah,
You know what I mean? But I told him what was going to happen.
I felt that though.
I told him what was going to happen.
Nigga.
But now here's the problem with the scenario. This brother feels like, and this is a good dude, don't get me wrong. You know Shula. Good
We've been
dude.
friends for years.
Good dude.
18,
But
19
he feels
years.
like he's in a predicament.
Yep.
They make him feel like if I choose you, it could be a detriment to me. That's how they make you feel. Now what is that, y'all? What is that, man?
It's just bullshit.
Hey, it's the old divide and conquer mentality that we've been dealing with for our entire lives. It's the same
I'm
thing.
not gonna mess with you now since you went with him.
They make you believe that. They make you believe it can be a detriment to your career. They make you believe that. And I just had to tell the brother, the only thing I want you to get from this conversation, brother, they work for you. It's not the other way around.
That's a fact.
You have the power.
That's a fact.
You're booked the whole year. You think they're gonna risk losing all that money for one show? Not a chance. But they make you believe that you have to make a decision. And so, folks didn't hear what I had to say, man. Go ahead.
This is why you can tell I'm a good friend of yours. You on the clock, homie.
I'm on the clock.
See, I could have let you go on by. And
Nah, but what's
You could have did that.
I
too,
thought I'd
man.
look out for you.
Nah, but that touched a lot of us. That touched a lot of us, and it was real, and that's why you need more of us out there being agents. You know what I mean? And when you said that, it's what 52 weeks in the year,
52 weeks in the year.
and you said all you need is 6 black comedy clubs in the country. How you can't find a weekend out your day, out your month, out the year just to do one? It don't make no sense, and it's real though. You know, like you see where I park myself, I could be anywhere, but I'm right here. You know,
Man, let me tell you that I have a personal in with one of my favorite comedians, a personal in to his camp, right into his camp. And I've reached out. They've told me that they've given this comedian the information. You know what I'm talking about. Have you heard from him?
Not a peep.
And he's one of my favorite comedians, and I promise you, as I watch him on certain things, I could tell, I laugh at it, but at the same time, I'm thinking, wow.
don't say that shit next to me. I thought I was your favorite comedian, but I'm gonna listen to you.
I said one of them.
Oh, one. All right, as long as I'm in there, as long as I'm in there somewhere. I mean,
One of
like,
my favorite comedians, bro.
damn.
Yeah, so.
Wait,
so,
man.
yeah,
I just had to get that out. I just had to get it out one more time, man, because I just want y'all to know how real time that was.
It's real.
That was a real time scenario that just happened, and that's what I deal with on a regular basis.
Man, I done had agents have me try to audition for stuff to be like put on a dress, do all kinds of weird stuff. And I just like, that's why I ain't got no agent or no manager right now, cause that's just not me. Like they try to make you be something else, and I'm like, that just ain't what I do, you know.
Hey, number one fan, you know we drafting right now, right? Hope you on your draft board. Just saw you logged in.
But it was real, Angelo, though, because everybody felt that, though. You feel me? Like, I know all them dudes in there. You seen the love in there. I nearly ain't even come. I said, you know what? Nah, my man getting an award. Then I seen Shula getting an award. I said, nah, those are my homies. Like, I gotta pull up. And then Shula right next, we cracking jokes, we bugging. And then seeing you get an award, I'm like, yo, I'm with this dude for the last 4 years. I'm here, I'm in the building. And I was the best dressed person in there. I just want to let everybody
you look
know.
like Don Corleone. You look like Sugar Corleone. Hey, you look like Sugar Corleone last night. Hey, you looking like Sugar Corleone, boy.
Let's go.
Look like you got out of one of them limos where the doors open up backwards.
Word, let's do it.
Yeah.
But nah, it was real though. It was real, and we needed that. And I feel like hopefully that's filmed and that's put out there to the world to know that this. I'm tired of them calling us the underground of comedy, man. Like we not the underground. We the funniest, and we out there really making it and doing what we got to do to support ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy, bro. Because I heard Shula, screaming out,
Tell him what happened.
Yeah, I heard him say.
And I looking at him like, yo, what happened? like, what happened, son?
Yeah, that's why he was saying it, man. You know what I mean? But I just didn't feel like that was a platform. But I just hope he,
And listen, with all that being said, for everybody out there that's viewing, and I have not changed my thing so I can see, everybody that's out there viewing, please, man, support Uptown Comedy. Stop thinking, me and him had this conversation recently, if just because it's not a named comedian that you know, that you're not going to come down and actually get some hella laughs. Because last night, bro, it was, what's my man name? Big Boy?
Oh, Marvin Hunter.
Hey, man.
Now he a beast.
Hey, man.
And guess who just headlined 2 weeks ago? Marvin Hunter. Just headlined 2 weeks ago.
Hey.
Ripped it.
That dude.
He had all the greats in there rolling.
Nah, he a beast, bro.
They came in at the end and said, man, you know what I mean? And he was just here 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? But people don't know that because they don't give these folks a chance, man.
Yeah, I give credit where credit due. Yo, he funny.
I wasn't looking.
Nah, he funny.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He hilarious,
Who did
man.
I pick? Talk it.
That's the problem.
Man.
Some people don't automatic draft. That's why it's going so fast.
But nah, what you saying is a fact. yeah. They caught up in this draft, man. They out the conversation. But what's real is being a black comedian, and I hate that you just a black comedian. I'm a comedian. Like, I'm funny all over this country. I don't care about none of that. Like, but we always pigeonhole, and there's always somebody that's gonna tell you gotta go over here. Cause if you go over here, it's gonna be that much better. And it's not. They just roping you in and putting handcuffs on you. You know what I mean? Ask a cop. You understand what I'm talking about? Putting handcuffs on people.
Well, it's the mentality, guys, of the white baby doll versus the black baby doll. We still pick the white baby doll.
But white baby dog.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same mentality. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. And it's sad that, we have so many of these comedians, great comedians, that preach pro-black all on their platforms. They all on the TV, radio, podcast, preaching pro-black this, pro-black that. You know what I'm saying? But then when you have the opportunity to show that, you don't do it. You go the other way. You go the other way. You tell everybody else what they should do, but you're not doing it. And I just wanted folks to get that. If you just think about the black comedians, literally have made the white clubs rich. All these punchlines and all that stuff.
Improv.
Name me 10 white comedians they based it off of. You can't. You know what I'm saying? When they pack the house, they packing with our folks. It's the reality of it. That's all I was saying last night. Give a little bit to those black clubs.
Funny bones.
I ain't never said you shouldn't play the white club.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying don't not play the black clubs. Because that's what they want you to do. They want to pigeonhole you, you know what I mean? And it's just sad we still fall for the okie doke.
Yeah, I was gonna get a pass one time at a famous club in New York City. I ain't gonna say whatever. And when I found out that it was a black comedian, it was like he only do the black circuit or he this and that. They were like, but he funny though, but he's too urban. I was like, what? And I thought this was my guy, but he didn't know that my people was in there. But my guy wasn't a comedian, nothing. He's really an exterminator. And he heard the conversation, and he came back to me with the conversation like, yo, man, some of them cats ain't really your peoples. You know what I mean? Like, yo, they really not your people. And I was just like, you know what? It's all good because everybody got a destiny, everybody got a journey, everybody got a lane, everything's gonna happen for you, it's gonna happen for you. And I just left it alone. I said, it's all right. Because when I come back, and they calling me back, and when I do it, I'm gonna just smile in his face, be like, act like I ain't know nothing.
Yeah. Well, just as an outsider looking in, I think one of the things I see with black comedians, and present company excluded, is that a lot of them try to cross over, and they think that's the way. They don't want to be seen, like you just said. They don't want to be seen as too urban, like their jokes change. Like the one, you remember I told you he was my favorite guys back in the day, at the old days. You know, the entertainer.
Yeah.
I'll just leave him like that. But he changed his whole comedy routine, and to me, he's not funny anymore. He's funny to the masses, but if you'd have heard him before, he's every bit as funny as Bernie Mac and everybody else with his old material. But he totally switched over. Now it worked for him, but I think now that's what a lot of comedians and people in general, us as a people, reach for. We're not happy with just being tight with us and down with us. We got to color it up.
I mean, to me, it's in the entertainment business. I think sometimes people, the actual entertainer, confuses crossing over with jumping over.
Yeah.
You can cross over and still be who you are.
If you're funny.
And that's
You can do that. I totally believe that you can still be who you are, and have crossover appeal.
that's a
But
fact.
it does not mean that once you cross over, or when you get over, you just say I'm over here, and that's
Because
You know,
what
they
They
happens
gonna
is
listen to you. Cat Williams is a good example of that.
yeah, when
Everybody knows Cat
but
Williams.
but Cat Million's a millionaire though. You know what I mean? Like when you really sit down and think about it, right? It's a facade, right? At the end of the day, being a comedian is presenting the true essence of yourself, right? So once you go away from being who you are, it's not the impact of the joke ain't gonna be that funny no more because now you trying to be something else. So the ever line that you crossing over for, they really coming for you because of who you are. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch the Bernie Macs, Steve Harvey, we can talk the kings of comedy. Those dudes were picked because of who they were and the organic person of themselves. That's why Bernie Mac got a show all for doing that. You get what I'm saying? And it's not compromising yourself, but understanding like, yo, this is what you hired me for, so this is what you want, this is what you gonna get. Like you gotta understand, Dave Chappelle wasn't always the same way he is right now. If you listen to the old Dave Chappelle back in the days when he was running in the mainstream doing all that, he got all that, and he'll tell you he got that from being around us and jumping out there.
Hey, bro, listen. You name me the black comedian that didn't hone his skills at the Black Comedy Club.
You name me a white comedian that didn't own the skills as a black comedy club.
Even bigger, right?
Name me one of them. Bill Burr is one of the biggest comedians out right now as one of the white comedians. And I used to be around Bill Burr, watching him back in the days, being in Harlem. I got engaged in my comedy show. Bill Burr was there. He threw a shoe at him. I never seen nobody this funny in my life. He took the shoe up and turned it into a whole routine. It was wild and it was crazy. But he'll tell you he got that from being around us. Like you sit down, and half of them, you gotta come to us.
Right.
But again, you gotta be your organic self though. Like they can't come to us being on some other shit. It ain't gonna work. George Carlin, he said the same thing. He said, I grew up in Harlem. Cats don't even know the story about George Carlin. He said he grew up in Harlem. That's why he talked and the way his mind was the way it was. Because he grew up around everybody. But at the end of the day, no matter what you are, what color you are, what race you are, whatever it is, you gotta be yourself. And being yourself is gonna take you the way you gotta go. Like I hear people all the time, oh, you too Brooklyn. I'm like, what's too Brooklyn? Some people tell me all the time, like, oh, you too confident or you too kind. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, I shouldn't be happy about me. I love me. You get what I'm saying? So why shouldn't I love me? Because you don't love me?
Hey, you gotta be more specific on that question. We've had too many conversations. But he say replay our conversation. Which one we talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, I got way too many change. You gotta be more specific there. But yeah, man, I didn't want to make it all about that, bro. But the same token, it's not necessarily talking about just Uptown right now is talking about the mindsets
Of us, period.
of us. Period.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean?
You can
And-
take that and you can actually
You
put
can-
that in any situation.
Right.
Yo, when I first came,
It comes out the same way.
comes out the same
We
way.
just will not, and not only just from the entertainer side of things, also from the fans.
And check this out, Teasy. I didn't even know, but the dude who owned Laugh House in Philadelphia was in the audience, right? And he had to close the Laugh House in Philly.
Yeah.
Again, another black club gone down. You know why? Same scenario.
do you talk to him?
They're pushing him out. He was up here today.
Think
That's
about
my
that.
guy.
They're pushing
Think
the
about
black
that.
clubs out. The same scenario.
A black club in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
And Philadelphia had to shut its door.
They now have no black clubs in Philadelphia.
Who birthed Kevin
That was
Hart?
the last one.
He birthed Kevin Hart.
Bruh.
He birthed Michael Blackston.
And then he closed. For the same scenario.
Yo, I've been to that club.
Because these guys get to a point that they feel like I'm too big to go back there. But yet you'll play the same type white club in another city, another state. What do you mean?
In a city, in the same
They
state.
say I just dropped in. He was in there. He just dropped in.
You still playing clubs.
and
You
something-
just said I won't play those clubs.
Something that
What?
you said last night, it resonated. I mean, it was huge. You said, as these quote unquote larger, or I guess you could say mainstream or whatever, comedians, if you're making this dollar, that dollar amount, how is, you can't use the excuse of I'm not gonna make as much money if I go to that club. Because as he said last night, you're making that much money. If you're supposed to be giving back to the community, it's not gonna hurt your pocket. Chris Rock, I remember when he came through, and all the tickets was one price. You remember
price.
that?
Yep.
And it wasn't a crazy price.
$30. It was $30. He said I want all the prices $30.
Yep. The only difference was Angelo couldn't comp nobody.
Yeah, he couldn't promote it.
that was the only difference. And Lowe was like, hey, bro, I can't get you this time. You have to stand in line with the rest.
No,
of
but
them.
that's real low though, bro.
And you know what? It shouldn't. If and when, because I'm gonna say it's gonna happen more. When that does happen, that should not. I missed my pick again.
All right, yeah. Y'all in this fantasy football. We should have started this after fantasy football. Cause I mean,
This makes it more challenging.
yo, there was so much in that statement just now. You just left it alone to try to pick. Who you picking? Russell Westbrook?
I don't even know who got.
I'm
I
messing
don't even
with
know who I picked, man. That's the.
He over there. He got caught.
Through there.
He got Colin Kaepernick at his quarterback. He got Colin Kaepernick at his quarterback. He don't know what he's doing right now.
All right, but listen, man, we're gonna.
Nah, but it was real low, man.
Yeah,
Just
last night was special. I'm looking forward to the next one. Hope Flood.
Flood, the homie.
Flood, if you're
The
watching.
homie.
I promise you, man, you got our support. Next time you're in the
Hey,
city,
let me read message.
make sure you're here on a Tuesdays. You can come do our show.
Yeah, I know, right?
Word, right? She's still out here.
Yeah, she here all week. I ain't think about that too, but she wore out. Yeah.
She all over the city right now.
But my mom said, we discussed this 8 years ago. He said man, this is how sad this is. He said I basically gave him the same speech 8 years ago. So this ain't just started. This is the way it's been. You know what I mean? He said I told you the former black owner of a DC comedy club said the same thing, which was why I went to the Paul Mooney performance. He did his club for the exact reason you gave. Mooney said the DC Improv threatened not to book him if he performed at the Black Comedy Club. Mooney said, well, F you then. You don't tell me where I can perform.
Yo.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, people are just built different.
Hey, yo, bro. If you never seen Paul Mooney, you ain't never seen comedy, bro. I've been in the audience. I've been there with Paul Mooney. I watched him clear the whole audience out. yo, Paul Mooney different. Yeah, like he was different. Like I was just like in awe, like, yo, wow. like you really just said that? He was like, yo, he different. And like it was just, he didn't give a fuck. But that's the problem. Too much just give a fuck about the shit that you don't gotta give a fuck about.
All right, we're gonna transition, but JT's trying to get his pick in.
I mean, y'all really
Hey man,
go
as a cop though, we did a whole lot of dialogue. How was your week, brother? how are you?
You lock
Hey,
anybody
I
up?
can't tell nothing y'all just said.
Thanks, I appreciate you, sir.
Happy just to be in your presence. The way every time somebody's around you from the day, TJ Kirkland, everything you said was positive, man. So you just echoed what you just said about you. So you touched a lot of people in this. I remember way back in the day when you wasn't nothing but a security guard. Police security guard. We worked part-time.
I'm about to say,
we was police. Yeah, we was police. He worked there, so that's how I got to see all the
Let it out.
Because we used to fall in the same club you end up buying.
All right, how about that?
Yeah, we used to fall and end up buying the clubs. So like Cedric the Entertainer, all the great ones, Quake, all of them. We saw them like firsthand when they were just getting together. And some of them, Cedric the Entertainer was funnier back then. That's a funny dude.
Yeah. I've been trying to find a picture, man. I had a picture with me, Sid, DC, and Steve. We had one picture I took with all them guys, man. You know what I mean? I got to find that pic, bro. But that's how far I go back with this thing. You know what I mean? And it just, Kevin Hart, yeah, man.
It's cool to see the evolution.
You name it, man. We got Glenn on camera. My man Glenn Copeland in the building. What's up, JC? What's up? Yeah, Glenn been following us on the podcast, man. You know what I mean? He chimes in every now and then, throw in a word or two.
I mean, Little Duval was birthed out of
He
here.
done blessed the daggone. Look at that.
Yes, he did.
Look at that right there. That
Yes,
Eagle
he
round.
did. Boy, I got a flight to catch.
Yeah, I'm gonna be asleep at the end of this podcast drinking that.
Touch this here, boy. Ooh,
Of course, KK down there, man. KK is focused in on the draft.
He's drafting. Y'all talking. He's drafting on
We
me.
talking. He
right.
drafting.
My money's on
KK
him.
gonna kill us, boy.
He ain't got nothing to say. He like, I'm drafting. We been drafting.
Man, I'm hoping this person that I wanted to pick comes back around. Hey, man, don't you waste that cigar. Ask the cop. I'm talking to you right now.
Nice and smooth,
It's
man.
nice and smooth. Yeah.
Don't waste that
It's
cigar,
smooth.
boy.
So what you want to transit to, Teasy? What you got, brother?
Wait a minute, let me see. Okay.
I had a good weekend.
Make sure he ain't picking first. You had a good weekend.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so,
You was already in the conversation. That was we hadn't got the conversation yet.
Shout out to my little nephew about to start playing football at 10 years old, 11 years old. I turned him into a beast. MJ is doing his thing. His first game is on Wednesday, and I showed him some moves that ain't nobody stopping that little dude, man. I've been doing that from times 11 till all the way through I was out of college, man. He got it, man. Shout out to MJ. And I was around my daughter. We're still doing the thing. And my son, I'm just proud of him. Been in his prep school. He balling out now. So that's it.
And you know what? Since you spoke about your daughter, we're gonna wait a minute. Hold on. I'm on the clock. Be right back. Hold up.
I guess he's
daughter, we're gonna transition to the Duke scenario. I'm pretty sure that's where you were going with it. You know what I'm talking about, man. If anybody's seeing the thing, man, with a young lady from Duke, volleyball player, playing at Brigham Young University,
Oh, that's surprising. That happened there.
private religious school, and every time she went to serve, they were calling her nigga.
we got to pull up and fight.
Every time she went to serve, they were just yelling out different racial epithets at this young lady.
That's crazy.
Young lady, college student,
Yep. Sophomore, I think, right?
making
Sophomore.
making threats to her life. In 2022 at Brigham Young University.
Brigham Young's
and-
always had those issues. So that's why they have a hard time recruiting black players. They've always had it.
I'm a different type of dude.
But even with that, you're right. The main reason a lot of cats don't go to Brigham Young is because of that mission that they have to do. They have to do like a 2-year mission, something like that.
We're doing the draft and conducting the show, Aunt. What you talking about? She told how to watch this draft of the show. We're conducting at the same time. Do that challenge.
Right. But you know, a lot of black athletes don't go to Brigham Young because of that Mormon mission that they do. They have to like give up 2 years to go to some country and do great for the community, that type of deal. But again, like I said, this is like supposedly, because now we really can say supposedly, one of the top Christian, schools that's following the Bible and all of this type stuff. And for that to be happening,
you're on the clock too.
And for that to be happening, plus supposedly she said something to the officials a couple of times, and she said they were slow to actually react to everything that was going on. Man, ain't no good running back.
See, if a situation like that happened, if I know my daughter gonna play at Brigham Young, I'm coming through with about 300 Israelites. We pulling up outside, and they gonna wash their mouth. Like that's why you gotta always. Sometimes you gotta let these people know, man. We ain't playing that type of game, man. You can't play that type of game. Like, yeah, it's words. It is what it is. Yo, yada yada yada, you nigga. Haha, that don't hurt me. But at the end of the day, watch your mouth.
And see, that's what I wanted to ask. If this is your daughter, you'll probably think something different if it was your son. But if it was your daughter, would you want her to be quiet?
No.
To ease her way out, or would you want her to actually stand up and actually end up being in front and center against this racism?
She need to put him on blast.
All day, and daddy right there. I'm ignorant. I'm right there, and she gonna tell me calm down, and I ain't calming down. I'm ignorant. Like,
no, not you.
No,
not you.
I want her to put him.
I want your daughter. I know you're saying you're ignorant.
Oh,
right?
she gonna be ignorant with me because
okay.
daddy crazy, and she know that. It's on. I'm gonna get kicked out of the game. I'm gonna make sure I smack somebody. I mean, get an assault, ask a cop, gonna lock me up, but it's gonna
that's
be.
Not what I'm talking. I'm not talking.
No, but
about,
I'm glad the young lady
about,
didn't take that role. She carried herself
right. I'm not talking about
at
the game.
No, even after the game, I think
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you should support and let her speak out, because at the end of the day, we didn't get where we are today by people sitting down on the sidelines. And you're wrong about that, and I know you're just cracking jokes over there, because if you act as ignorant as they are, then it'll just be, you know what they say, 300 of them showed up and just started a riot. And that's all they're going to show you. CNN cuts and paste.
It's all right.
But it's not necessary.
But the thing is,
there's ways to carry out everything and get the rule across.
I'm tired of
acting as ignorant as them.
But sometimes I do believe.
Nah,
I'm not saying that the volleyball game should have. I don't know. I think sometimes there has to be a stance right then and there. Yes. Afterwards, we should talk about it. That type of deal.
Nah.
She should voice, what happened. But sometimes it has to be a stance right then and there. Now, I'm not saying go over there and punch him in the face.
Nah.
I ain't saying do that. But sometimes it has to be a stance done right then and there so that everything is fresh and it's not 2 days ago. I mean, this story, honestly, it's not been national news. It hasn't grown as big.
It was on ESPN.
But it wasn't on ESPN like it should have been.
It would have been if I was there.
If the whole team would have just walked off the
floor. And that's what and that's what they spoke to her, and she said she did not want to give them the victory, give those people the victory of her not playing. Now, I think if the whole team would have stopped playing, you're right. I feel that would have really made a big statement. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have been as I get what she's saying. I didn't want to give them the victory of me stopping. But if the whole team would have stopped,
and had I been the coach, that's exactly what would have happened.
Yeah, but
that weighs more on the coach than her. I think that would have been a good play, like you said, if the coach did it. But like I say, I applaud the way the young lady, especially sitting there, kept on serving and playing well. And it's a situation where, it just, the way she carried herself, instead of acting ignorant like a thug, what she did basically was just say, hey, look, I did it, I showed up, it's coming out, it's going to continue to come out. She did it the right way.
So let me ask a question.
Yeah.
You say ignorant like a thug, right? Mm-hmm. They wasn't being thugs?
Oh, but
my thing is, if you ignorant And I'm mad, and right now, I'm not gonna be able to sit, and you not gonna be able to sit, you, and sit next to somebody calling your daughter a nigga and not say nothing to that person.
I definitely wouldn't.
Right,
You
so
telling your daughter should have smacked him or walked
no,
over
I didn't
did
say that.
No.
I didn't never said the daughter should have smacked him.
One of the panelists said that.
Oh, one of the parents said that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that until it get to the point where I've been in game, like, yo, no, you gonna calm down, right? And I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna get kicked out the game. And my daughter gonna understand. I've been at games with my daughter one time. She was in 6th grade. She controlling the whole team, and this dude sitting there heckling her, and I'm like, yo, bro, this is a 6th grade game. Like, yo, calm down.
I mean, that's the way to do it. But
Right, but the thing is, it nearly went left.
With 300 people showing out, no. I think having the coach stop the game. The coach, to me, is the one that should be at fault. Right. The coach should have stopped it. He could have called the game.
Which coach?
The Penn State coach.
Why not the BYU coach?
Well, the BYU coach had
BYU
class,
coach.
but he said BYU.
Yeah, that's
BYU, that's one of the things BYU's known for. They've called black players in the fast nigger.
Yeah.
When they had what's his name? When they had what's that quarterback? Steve Young and McMahon and all those guys. They had all kind of issues. That's the real reason. It ain't so much the Mormon mission, because you can bow out on the Mormon mission because you can say you're gonna take it on the end and you don't go.
Right.
You know, but some of them go beforehand. That's why Brigham Young's always had good offensive lines, because it's basically like a 2-year red shirt. That's what they're doing.
I feel
But
like
anyway,
this.
Getting back to the subject.
I ain't got
think
that restraint.
The way a woman carries herself and the way she stood, I'm proud of the way the young lady did.
I respect
because
that.
It took an intestinal fortitude. I think she has a larger voice now, because you know what they always do with the media. They would have let that be. They didn't do it on January 6th, but guaranteed that day it would have been over a riot caused by a boom, and then a little at the end there was some heckling. The way she did it, it came out full force, and that's something that I think in the future there'll be more rules to deal with that, and it'll deal with something, a penalty against the team, the home team.
I respect that.
That's that's the way to handle it. This is how it properly starts.
I respect everything you're saying. I just couldn't be her daddy in the audience in the stands dealing with that.
BYU did lose out some, I guess, because the next game was not played at their stadium. They did move the next game away from their stadium. I don't know I think it was a tournament. Wasn't it a tournament?
They should have been punished for all their games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Call the Israelites. Pull up.
Something should be done about
you
that.
You have to put something in.
standpoint.
Yeah, you have to put something in there to make the school actually govern their students, their fans. You have to put something in there that's actually going to, like I said, hurt the school. I think the coach, like I said, the coach of BYU, I think, well, either one of them should have pulled their squad off, but I think it would have been even more powerful if BYU's coach would have pulled his team.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But he ain't gonna do that. He need that check. Because he got fired the next year.
He gonna get his check.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
See, that's the thing. They're gonna get their check. If he would have pulled his team for that, and they fired him the next day, do you know the lawsuits that this man could
They
put
weren't
on
going to file
BYU?
for that, but no, they weren't.
No, I'm just saying if. I'm just saying if. So that's why I say that's not an excuse for him not to pull them off.
I'd have got on the court as the coach and started serving. If I'm black, I mean, sometimes it's okay to be ignorant. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like they try to. You gotta be a certain way and all that. Nah, man, no, fuck that. Like, yo, you ignorant, I'm ignorant. All right, so I'm gonna show you how ignorant I can be. I mean, I'm glad that she handled it the way she handled it, but as a
I just
parent,
think there's a certain level.
it is what it is.
Like I said, I do believe that sometimes you have to make a stand then and there, but there's a certain level of ignorance that you should do. Like I said, I don't think you should go up and start punching people in the face. But something needs to be said or something needs to be done. Now, if they punch you, then of course you punch them back. And you're right, ask a cop, the narrative probably would have came out a different way. But if you say something to someone and then, you know what, let me just go all positions.
I'd have just went to their Mormon church and just started kicking their horses. We been out there wilding out. We're gonna go cow tipping and all that. Like, oh God, here comes the nigga. Fuck that. I ain't nobody got time for that shit. I'm tired of this.
Mormon, not Amish.
Amish, Mormon, same hat. They wear the same hat.
Man, Yeah, they got Brian Robinson up there. He just got shot.
I heard you, Ben.
It's just sad, man. And from a parent, and
Still
I
mess with their
understand
cousins.
from a parent standpoint. You know what I mean? Especially for a father to his daughter, that had to be
Oh yeah.
ashtray.
And that's why I asked, if it was your daughter, it's different when it's your son. I mean,
You can just put the star up.
Especially as a father, we
You can stand by itself.
you feel a certain way about your daughter than you do your
just
son.
let it stand by
There's a
itself.
different protection level that's out there for our daughters than it is for the sons.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here.
And that's why I wanted to ask it that way. Which way would you rather that your daughter went? Because having her on the front line, that's also taking a chance. You know what I'm saying?
It's real clean.
If she's, if she would have just been quiet about it, she'd gone about her way, conversation, you could make sure that it's not something that's going to scar her going forward. Because let's face it, a lot of us has heard racial slurs thrown at us. I'm on the clock again. How many people is it in this league? 3? Because I'm on the clock.
Yo, you want to hear something crazy, JT? And I asked the cause we ain't playing fantasy football. So when I wilded out of her game and me and the dude was going at it, I'm about to get thrown out of the game and all this other stuff. I get my daughter in the car and I'm like, yo, man, me and this dude should go at it outside, this and that. We get in the car. She said, yo, daddy, man, me and his daughter was laughing at y'all. I said, why? She said, yo, when I scraped his daughter, he got quiet, right? And I scored on him, he got quiet. I can handle this. And it was one of them moments where I had to say to myself, but you my baby girl, like I'm a gorilla, like I gotta handle. She said, nah, I just need you to come to the game. She's like, people yell way worse stuff at me, I just play ball. She just come to the game, don't yell at no ref, and just sit there and watch me play ball. And it was hard for me to listen to that, which I kind of stopped yelling at refs for a little while, but it was just one of them things where I had to really feel where she was coming from. She's like, yo, I got it, but as a dad, you still want to protect your baby girl. But she let me know that she's strong. And it's not breaking her. So if it's not breaking her, what do I do now? You feel what I'm saying? Because if it ain't break her, right? Why am I focusing on if it ain't break you? But what do I do?
But see, the thing is, like anybody that's played ball, high school ball, and any kind of ball in the deep south in the 80s, knows anytime you went to play a white school, shit was thrown at the bus, yelled. So, it's one of those things that I understand somebody being incensed, and I could imagine me being there and my daughter receiving that. But I guaranteed I wouldn't embarrass my daughter by acting in such a way to bring embarrassment to her, because at the end of the day, and I guarantee that man had that talk with his daughter when she went to Duke, like I did to my son when he went to a very, very white school to play ball. And basically I told him, I said, man, you're not just representing yourself, you're representing us. And I sat down with him and one of his teammates that went to play together, and I told him about all the different scenarios that's gonna come at you. I told him about dealing with white girls. They're gonna wanna sleep with you and everything else. Make sure if you got a text, you save that text. Things of that nature. So, you just gotta coach, but I guarantee she was coached up well. She's going to one of the whiter universities in Duke. About the only thing on Duke's campus is the players of most of the African Americans you see. They have a very low number of African Americans going there. So when that girl's doing that pressure of attending a school like that is on her every single day. So, I mean, she was probably shocked by they were saying what she always knows they're thinking. My sister went to the University of Georgia, and she had incidents there. If you're not running a football or shooting a basketball at Georgia, and you get around those frat parties on the weekends, ask your son about that. They still have a Confederate flag issues at certain schools. Ole Miss. So it's part of America's fabric. And the more professional we handle it, we're used to it. That wouldn't be the first time or the last time she's gonna hear nigger. But in that particular situation, I think she handled it well. She represented African American women like the queen she is, versus bringing it to the gutter. And I'm not saying that she would have. If she didn't have that makeup and she would have, she still would have been right. Or if she would have had the makeup where she broke down in a ball and cried and couldn't handle the emotional pressure of that situation, she still would have been right. I applaud the young lady for the grace she showed, being able to serve and everything else when you're already singled out on a sport that's almost, probably 90% white?
Yeah, it's like lacrosse.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I
So-
applaud. I guarantee you, if she comes out, she's not going to say it's the first. You got to look at professional soccer players in Europe. They go to teams where they're throwing bananas on the field. And these are world-renowned, like Ronaldo, probably considered one of the top 5 players ever. And they're throwing bananas at him. And
That's
he has
crazy.
to maintain his composure. It's the point. I understand we want to get this visceral, but when we're in positions like yourself, where you got a lot of followers, a lot of people listen to you, and when you got an impressionable mic, I know we want to say certain things, but in reality, we have to tone it back, because when we show them how we are versus how they perceive us.
You know what's interesting though? So y'all right. I need to stop embarrassing my daughter, right? and I understand this, and she in high school now.
Wait. Oh, we didn't need you to define it for him this time.
Yeah,
He's been around us for a while now. He's starting to read between.
yeah, I understand that I gotta stop embarrassing my daughter. But one time she was playing like another team, a lighter pigmentation, and I had to get at a dude. And when he got outside, he like, yo, my bad, you was right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like they know when when you wrong. So am I wrong for telling you like, nah, man, get the fuck out of here?
Hey Ben,
You
I
need
know you're gonna
benefit?
chime in, but I want your queen. I want a female.
Speak Shawneese, please.
I want to hear your thoughts on it from a mother standpoint. If that was your daughter,
And they know my daughter very well. They know Kennedy is, woo.
Can y'all hear me? That's it. Okay. Honestly, from my standpoint, I've worked for an airline. And,
Project your voice.
Huh?
Talk louder.
Oh, I've worked for an airline. And I've had one of the flight attendants call me a nigga. And honestly, it was in an area where there was no cameras. There was nobody around. And initially, it was like, excuse me, we still doing this? This was probably maybe like 2 years ago. And I was like, come again? And she said, you heard me. And I was like, oh.
Wow.
I said, come down here and say it to my face. And of course, immediately she turns around and she leaves the area. And knowing what I know now, I feel like if, as a race of people, if we come to the conclusion that that word no longer, I understand the history behind it and where it comes from and where it derives from, but if you no longer give it power over you, I feel like we can get a lot further as a race of people. Because I feel like in that instance, when they were calling her a nigger, like every time she's about to serve, I would have literally told my daughter to just turn around and say, come harder. Because if that's the only thing you have against me, there's nothing you can really do outside of that. If that's the only thing that you're trying to get me to, that's trying to trigger me, you got to come harder, baby. Because that's not going to push me off my game. You can be mad, you can be upset, you feel what I'm saying? And you can be upset all day. And if that's what you feel about me, that's on you. But I'm still going to come to school, still going to get my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm still going to bring my A game. And your kids on the other side, they just gonna have to feel the brunt of the pain of the losing. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to go home with an L. But as long as we give that word power, and as long as we be like, yo, you call me a nigga, that's what they want. They want you, you know what I'm saying, to come out of yourself. They want to show.
I respect that.
And going back to having the conversation with your children before they go to college, I understand why you would do that, because it's just, one, to keep your child out of the limelight so they won't have to deal with any type of harms and things where it comes to, racial issues. But I don't feel like it's a balanced or just system, because when white children go to school, they literally go to wild the fuck out. They go and they screw everybody on campus. They taking all kinds of white powders in their nose. They smoking all kind of weed. They doing all kind of frat parties, and we all know what goes on in those parties. But when you send a black child to school, they have to represent an entire race of people. Why they can't go and have fun too? You feel what I'm saying? It's not a balanced system, and it never will be, and I understand that. But I feel like, honestly, as a race of people, we just need to literally say you got to come harder, because if that's the only thing that you have, because clearly I was talking to Ben the other day, and I was like, my cousin said, they sent me a clip on YouTube, and it was saying that it was a white gentleman, because I used to stay in Memphis. I used to live in Memphis when I was a child. But it was a white gentleman that was saying, like, the front of the gates of Graceland, you know, they were like robbing people, breaking into cars, and, you know, all of this. And I've seen Memphis, and I've seen the come up from downtown, completely different place. So my cousin asked me, you know, what did I think about it? I said, one, you need to buy up as much property as you can, because if white people are down talking an area, you need to buy as much property as you can, because they're talking down towards it, so you can move out of it. They can buy it up, and then they're gonna build up, and then you're gonna be like, well, damn, that was my house, that was my block, that was my hood. Whenever the way I put it is, when black people's stank is on it, that's when white people want it. You feel what I'm saying? If we don't have anything, any type of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Negative.
No, it's not negativity. If we're not interested in it, they don't care about it. But the moment we're interested in something, they know that we're pretty much, we find gold, we find diamonds. That's what we are. That's who we are. That's the thread of our being. So if we're finding things like that, they like, oh, wait, if that's what they want, and if that's what they're going for, that's immediately what they go straight. They beeline it. Take it away. You buy it up, take it away, and then they make it their own. And then about 10, 15, maybe 20, 30 years later, they do the same thing. It's a vicious cycle. So I feel like once we, one, not let that word bother us, and two, come together as we're supposed to and stop, as you would say, divide and conquer, we will be way further. Way further. And I'm gonna step off my soapbox.
No.
That was real.
Yeah,
That was
we know
real.
what the brains of the operation is back then now.
Hey, yo.
She is part of the millennial delegation. I just want to put that out there.
I think you just a mouthpiece, man.
Yo, hey, you want to hear something funny? That's who I called when I was wilding out of the game. I like, yo, Ben, who you got out here? Because I just moved out here. And he was just like, Sean, it's going to be okay.
You should have said, Sean, just go home.
That's what he said, though.
I did.
Nice.
Like how you
man.
just said it, I was like, bro, just go home. Like you're a kid. I mean, like they're kids. Like, bro, who cares? Like, I'm not arguing.
That was good stuff. I mean, what you said about taking the power away from it, I think that would have been, that's the best advice to have given, is because once they feel like they got you, it's never gonna stop. You know what I mean? It's coming 10, 20, 100 fold at that point. But when you say something like that, the best you got, watch this serve. You think I'm a nigga now? Watch this.
Right. That's a fact.
And like I said, I think we should, in regards to giving the word power, I think that we should be past the point of wanting to punch somebody in the face because they said the word nigga, and then of another race. We should be past that now. I'm not saying you should sit around and just let somebody keep calling you nigga without saying, hey, I had to teach this to my son because he grew up out in Hiram, and when he first moved out there, it was 9% African American. Yep. I walked in Walmart, I saw about 17 black people. I said, that's it. That's it. So, I was one of the parents, non-custodial, so whenever he came to the house, I would sneak up on him. Yo, let me see your phone. I'm looking through it. I'm looking at these messages. Yo, nigga, you crazy. Boy, Tyler, that's my nigga right there. I said, hey, man, who's these people calling you this? They're my friends. I said, all right, that's cool. I said, but what I want you to do is explain to them that this is not a word that you want to be called. I'm not saying slap them, but I will say if they're calling you that word without understanding how it can make you feel, then they can't be your friend. You should know that part. I'm not saying punch them in the face, because we should be past. When I was a kid, white boy called me a nigga, I was ready to slap shit out of him. I probably did. But I think we should be past that.
It was on immediately back then.
Yeah, I mean, there was two things. Nigga from a white person and your mama from a black person. Fight. Off top. Period. Off top. That, no explanation. Ain't no what you say is just fight. But I think we should be past that now to where, like I said, you're not giving it power, but you still should demand your respect. Now, like you said, if they keep doing it, then whatever it is that you're doing, be the best nigga that he's ever seen. He or she. Be the best nigga he or she has ever seen.
And
you know whatever it is you doing. If you the nigga sweeping the floor,
be that
the
nigga.
best sweeping the
floor nigga
ever was, so they can say, yo, man,
I'm a great nigga.
He swept the hell out of that.
I will say this shit.
The young people don't see it like that, though.
I will say this, though. I agree with you to a certain extent, but I'll put it more on the lines of Chris Rock. What happened or transpired on the stage between him and Will Smith. Chris Rock could have duked him out because he left himself open. He swung like a bee and left his arm down. He could have hit him with a nice two-piece.
If he knew how to
did,
fight.
but he carried himself.
Worse than that, he turned around.
Yeah, exactly. He could have yoked him with that this heavy ass mic.
Yeah, that's a bad.
But what I'm saying is, he knew where he was, and he did the right thing. Cause come on now, you know how I was in high school, okay? And you know what I would have did. So, and you know me now. I would do the same thing. Fuck around when we going out this building and do that and be a white. Okay, I'm gonna tear your ass up. But on the same token, if somebody was a guest here and said it, I'd maintain my composure. And then when we walked to the car, I'd make sure I left when he did. And if he wanted to say it again, that's different. But I'm saying situational awareness. You got to know where you are, and you got to know for greater repercussions. No other race has to do that. A white kid could do something stupid and say, look at a dumb white kid, start a fight. Look at a dumb white kid, hit the other player. When a black person does something, it's an incident. Just like you, if you could do something right now, and then the lead is gonna be Uptown owner, you know, they're not gonna put any of the facts in there. That's just gonna be the lead in because you're black. Let it be another person, it may not even hit the media. And that's how they do it. So we have to always, so when we're pretending that we're not carrying this, oh, it's not fair. Yeah, shit, yeah, you know it's not fair. America's never been fair for us. We always have to keep a lane. You know that, being in Buckhead as a black cop, come on.
Let me ask
how many screen tests?
Let me ask a question, right? The day to me when America changed is when I don't feel like you gotta do all that though. Like I don't feel like I gotta put on a show for people. Like, yo, I'm me, you right? So either you see me as me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Why do I have to always, I gotta carry myself a certain way because I'm black? I carry myself a certain way because I'm Sean. And I was taught to behave a certain way. If you ain't got no class and you walking around classless, yeah, you nasty. Okay, if you white or you black. So the only way this country gonna change is when, yo, you just be you. And I think that the kids,
that's not gonna happen.
I think that the kids, the younger kids, yo, to be honest with you, I don't think they seeing it the way we seeing it. Like they not looking at it the way we looking at it.
Of course not, because let's face it. I think millennials went through it, but a lot of the younger kids now are not going through what we went through. That's why they're not seeing it the way that.
You think they not?
No,
they're going through this just more subtle.
They're going through something, but they're not going through. I know damn well my son didn't go through what I went through in regards to race, because I saw it. I had somebody show me that KKK card. You know, I had, you know.
Hold on. They showed you a card?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's a KKK card?
It's a membership card. They had a club.
So they showed this to you?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They're going to see it. They're going to see it in a different way because they didn't go through the same things, the same history that we went through. But getting back to what you were saying in regards to being you and this type and that, everything. The thing about growth is sometimes you have to recognize that being you does not mean right. Sometimes you have to recognize that. Sometimes being, in every situation aggressive.
This is why we gotta say aggressive. Come from Brooklyn.
Sean.
That's the thing. I grew up in Brooklyn.
Sugar aggressive Sean.
There's an aggression.
Shots fired. Why- I
And
try to
I
do
get
so
it.
good
and,
to be
and
humble.
I do get it because, again, I was born in Brooklyn, but I left, so I found another a calmer way to live. But I get it. But I get it because I know cats in Brooklyn that actually, that's where you had to be. You had to have your armor up 24/7. I get it. But there becomes a time to where you just have to say, you have to look at it and say, I don't have to be that way every time somebody heckles my daughter.
Nah, you're right. And you know what's so funny? A very good brother changed my life one time with a phone conversation. I was on the phone with him, and he said, Sean, if you keep your fist balled up, you ain't never gonna receive the blessings. Just open your fist. And I was just like, Ben, what the hell you talking about? And it took me a second, and I said, yo, he right. And moving to the South really helped me out with that because I always was ready. He met me, I was ready, but he was ready, but that's a whole other story. But I'm always ready. But I'm like, the guy that's giving me this kind of conversation knows that I guess my level of ready can go to another level. He's just like, yo, man, and I ain't gonna lie to you, that peace that I have within myself is what I talk to my kids about. Like, I'm at peace right now. Like, you're not knocking me off my square. So yeah, I was being funny talking about nigga calling me nigga and all this white boy calling you this. Nah, like, listen, man, that shit ain't phasing me. You ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, Sean, what you're saying is great, but then there is a dose of reality in terms of progression, right? So in certain things in life, if you want to progress in it, you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to adapt to the scenarios of the world. You know what I mean? To say I'm going to be Sugar Sean no matter what, that's great. You know what I mean? I'm going to always be me, but I also know there are certain situation environments that I have to adapt. You know what I mean? And you have to adapt to certain scenarios. You're not going to talk the same way here that you would there.
But why not?
Because it's Sean.
And look, and it's not.
But
even,
I do,
it's
though.
not even just with white people.
No, it's read the room, Sean.
But I speak the same way everywhere I go. I hate that I
you
have
don't,
to.
though.
Why do I have to change to make? Why do I have to make someone else comfortable that's not trying to make me comfortable?
But you don't.
See,
I mean, but see, the reality is we all do it. I don't care who you
Right.
are.
Period.
It's not even code switching to an extent. It's kind of masking almost because you're not masking for other people. It's because sometimes you just got to read the room. You don't know what room you're in, so you can't always be your authentic self because you don't know what's in the room with you. Exactly. Some people can't receive the way you delivering either. So you got to learn from the other person's conversation to see how they can take. Because you could say, you could be giving good advice, but that doesn't mean they're going to receive it the way you delivering it. So it's more like, okay, let me see how you receive. How do you understand? Cool. May I make a suggestion? Because you can't really make a suggestion without asking people. That majority of the time, that's how we kind of live our life. It's like, I'm gonna just tell you my opinion. Nobody wants your opinion. Just nobody cares. Like, that's life. But if you ask a person and you can see their demeanor is like, you know what, man, yeah, I could use that. Then you deliver it to them. But if you come at a certain way to them as your authentic self without knowing them, they might have a trigger from, not saying you're abrasive, but you from Brooklyn. So you abrasive. So if you say something to them, they're like this,
But I do it in my room. I do the same thing in white comedy clubs that I do in black comedy clubs. I do everywhere. I don't change who I am. People say, yo, you got a gift. You funny. So I'm different. I don't believe in that I'm different shit. But I just got a universal way of speaking to people. You know what I'm saying? Where the white guy gonna understand, the black guy gonna understand, the kid in the corner gonna understand. They just understand what I'm saying. Like, I gotta change for somebody, I hate that. Like I ain't with that.
I guarantee you,
Talk to me nice.
there's a lot of people that don't understand. They're just not telling you that they don't understand.
And that's fine. Then if you ain't telling me that, then go ahead.
But see, then that kind of okay. Let's go back to the fist. You gotta open that hand, brother, and receive.
I gotta be me though, man.
What is your definition of
You're a
you?
very intelligent brother.
Yeah, I'm me, and that's how I speak to people the same way.
No, but
like,
you got to realize you can't do that. Luckily, you're in professions where you're allowed to do that. But I remember having to stand guard while the KKK had a rally downtown Atlanta at the state capitol, and wanted to just part like the Red Sea and let them people stomp their asses out. But I'm there for a reason, to uphold the law and the Constitution. Freedom of speech, it works both ways. When somebody lowers themselves in ignorance and is a black man or a black woman, when you're on Front Street, you represent us all. Is it fair? No. But every single thing you do as a black person, when you're in the limelight, you're representing us as a people. Chris Rock handled it with grace. Chris Rock could have cut, think about it, he's a trained comedian, one of the best. He could have cut Will Smith up, had some loud ass jokes, and had two bouncers right there to catch.
I mean, he's doing it now, man.
No, but my point is, he could have destroyed him. But there's a time and place for everything. And that's just like, and I know you're a good man, you're a good father. We talk offline. You know what I'm saying? We friends offline, so I know you.
Absolutely.
So my point is, I know I'll throw down if it's in the parking lot. I'll be right there with you. But if we're in a professional setting, like that girl was, that's her profession. Duke basketball player, get my degree and move on. I would have hated for that young woman to be marred the rest of her life as a girl that ran across under the net and jumped in the stands, or jumped the basketball player because she said it, or volleyball player because she said it. She carried herself with grace, and I think as a people, we all do every day. There's nobody that's working for a government or a business that hasn't been in a bad situation. Hasn't gone to a country club and you look up and the Confederate flag is still flying.
So I think I understand.
Sean, go ahead. You about to say something?
I think I understand.
I want to know what your definition of you is, because I think we need to get down to
Right.
Because you always defending, I'm so Brooklyn, or people call me Brooklyn, or they think I'm harsh. I just want to know what you feel your definition of you is.
The thing is, Brooklyn, whatever.
No. That's not what I asked you.
Right.
I asked you what the definition
I'm about to hit you with it.
But you said Brooklyn. You supposed
I had
to
to
talk
say
about
that because
Sean.
I have to defend Brooklyn.
No,
but
Sean. We're talking about Sean. We're not talking about Brooklyn.
Sean is a good dude. Sean is an articulate dude. Sean can go to anywhere and deal with anybody and get them to talk to me. And I don't have the same problems that everybody else have. And it's worked with me up north. It worked with me down south. Around any genres, any race, whatever it is, I'm able to be me. But I always feel like there's always somebody else like trying to tell me, oh, you can't be too much of you around these people. I'm like, what you saying? Like, I just had a conversation. This dude just told me his whole life. We having fun, we laughing. What does that mean? Why do I have to change me? And the definition of me is, I'm a good dude. Like, I like people. You understand? I'm a genuine person. If I ride with you, I'm gonna ride with you. Y'all on my team. I ride with y'all. We've been in situations where we rode together, right? And I barely knew y'all, but because of the fact that y'all was with me, I'm gonna ride. And I'm a good guy. So the definition of me is, I stand 10 toes down on being a good human being. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't believe that I gotta change this or that to make somebody comfortable that's not trying to make me comfortable. Like, if you uncomfortable and not listening to the words coming out of my mouth, just because you hear accent, just because you know I'm from up top, just because you know I'm from Brooklyn, that's your problem.
No. Let's stop that right now.
That's your problem.
Let me stop this right now.
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
It's not about nobody saying about your accent or it's because you're from Brooklyn. But just then, when you was giving your endearment to those people, it was aggressive.
So what?
Wait.
You elevated. You definitely elevated in the chat.
You're a black man.
This is what I'm saying.
It's how they receive.
This is what I'm saying. It's how You saying that you're not trying to make somebody comfortable if they're not trying to make you comfortable. How do you know if they're not trying to make you comfortable?
Listen, because at the end of the day, I study people for a living, right?
But
and if I'm
do you
having
study you and recognize what other people see in you,
I love that nigga. But listen, I study people for a living.
That is where we're getting to.
Listen, y'all was around me last night, suited and booted. It was hilarious how many people was like, wow, like I'm such a calm, different person. I'm the same person, but I still.
Okay, that's a good example. That's a good
Sure
example.
was.
So how you acted at that show
Sure was.
and how you are here today.
That's a very good example.
I want you to tell me how I was different.
That is a very good example.
What are you talking
and
about?
I hope that Casper call in. I hope. Oh my God.
How was I different?
You were. You were not screaming. It was one time I actually had to
Did they hear
lean
you
over and see
backstage on the
what you
stage?
said.
Pardon? What are you saying to me? Sometimes the tie go on and it's cutting
Let him off the ropes. That's my boy. Let him off the
It's
ropes.
cutting my what you call it?
Cut out your vocal cord.
Yeah, what's his umbilical cord?
Let him make it out the round. He's up.
Vocal
Let him make
cord.
it out the round.
KK, you got his name, man, in this conversation, man. You been quiet over there.
Is she the only black girl on the court, or
Yeah.
was there more?
I think she's
I think there was another black. There was one other teammate, but I think she was like,
He's on the razor on the court.
yeah, at the time she's one of the top players for them.
It's crazy. We talking about this. Just 2 days ago, I was telling somebody I first moved to Atlanta from LA. My parents moved out to Powder Springs. So one of the ladies that I work with, white lady, older lady that I like, she had a son around my age. We was kind of into the same things. We had Mustangs, collected comic books and stuff. So I hung out with him and his friends when I first got here. I didn't know nobody else. So I was out with them one I think it was either Friday evening or Saturday evening. And he said nigga. And I looked at him. I said, what'd you say? He said, nigga. I backhanded that motherfucker. I backhanded his ass right there on that spot, put him on his ass. To my surprise, his friends got on him worse than I did. And they were all white. They was telling him how stupid he was and this, and then, he tried to explain to me, he wasn't racist and all this shit. And that was pretty much the end of our relationship. But yeah, that was the incident that I had. I was just telling somebody that story 2 days ago.
Wow,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Let me ask a question.
Not surprising, but crazy.
Okay, because y'all spoke about yesterday, right? We in an elegant place, right?
That's all we're saying is that.
So you changed your attitude.
You read the room.
How?
You just said it was an elegant place.
I was elegant.
So you read the room.
Am I not elegant here?
Look, are we not elegant that you can be elegant here too?
Message.
You gotta call.
Message.
Am I not elegant? I'm elegant everywhere I go.
Hold on one second. Caller, go ahead. Talk to us.
Hey, this is Kaya.
Casper, what's up, baby?
You told me to call in, so I said, let me go and call in so I can read Sugar Sean real fast.
Go ahead.
Sean, you was on point. I mean, you were clean, so you carried yourself that way.
See?
You weren't from Brooklyn last night. And
No, he was Manhattan last night.
It was Manhattan.
I think that's the issue is that again, you have to carry yourself a certain kind of way so that people can respect you more. Because if you carry yourself from Brooklyn with the aggression, then at that point, they're going to come at you like you are a nigga.
Message.
Well, now.
So I guess y'all trying to say that I'm not. I mean, I don't know. What
when they act and when not act.
Adapt like everyone else.
Everybody
That's
else.
all it was up.
Your chameleon ass.
That's what we're trying to say.
Come here.
And what we realize is that we're not elegant here because
What are you saying?
Look,
brother?
y'all stay here.
So I was a whole different person yesterday.
A whole different person.
I think it's just your.
Yes, a whole different person.
Were you impressed?
I didn't even know who he was. I was like, wow. I don't know who this dude is. This dude is clean.
How about that?
Yo, corporate Suge came out. Listen, there's a time. Okay, but I'm still Brooklyn. There's a time and place.
Still Brooklyn.
No, it can't be, brother.
Baby girl, I appreciate you calling in and helping us out here. I think you needed to hear it from, somebody else is not here, a little more softer voice and everything. So, not saying that yours wasn't soft, but because you're family, he's just like, yeah, whatever. You know who the hell I am. I'm Brooklyn. You know what I am.
Nah, them.
Y'all rock with me.
Nah,
What you?
yo, them two right there. When I go off, they call my wife. They be like, yo, them two be like, we need to talk to Cheryl at this moment.
Just texting her.
I don't know.
Texting her. Yeah, I was telling her, we're gonna have to check on you when you leave here. Cause brother, I don't know, man. You fist. You got yeah, man. Stop with the Brooklyn. I don't know how this turned into an intervention, but cause I feel like that's what
somebody
we
said
do.
you stop being in Atlanta. What's being Brooklyn though? I don't understand.
You tell us. We don't know. Yo, I'm Brooklyn. Yo, I'm a nigga. I'm ignorant.
From New York, period, is the same way.
Brooklyn, yo, you gotta have respect for people, and I feel like when I talk to people.
Hold on, Jae Tea. What's dude's name from The Shy that had to take deep breaths?
Oh shit! They put me in a show.
Wait. Say it one more time.
What's the dude's name that from The Shy where he had to take deep breaths?
No, not the Shy from Power.
Raising Kanan.
Marvin had to take a deep breath
Raising Kanan.
to keep from beating that man up in the damn wheelchair.
Sometimes he gotta get his ass whooped.
Right.
Casper, my mom said that you were very elegant last night. It was nice meeting you.
Oh, likewise. She was such a pleasure.
How about that?
Thank you.
Yeah, your mom.
I'm going to go ahead and disconnect because there's a lot of background.
So, Casper, you really ain't know it was me?
Not at all. I mean, you didn't have the snapback on. You were calm. You were cool. You were behind me, very quiet. I mean, you were almost timid to the point of kind of concerned, like he's bipolar. Two different people.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Facts. I was like, baby, that's Sugar Sean. She's like, wow.
Hilarious.
She's like, wow.
You different person, Sean.
Once again, you read the room, Sean. You walked in, you read the room. You read the room before you got there because you got dressed for it.
He acted like somebody because he looked like somebody.
Woo!
How about
I am somebody. I'm shook. Like, yo, I'm the greatest.
Maybe you should be Sean.
Well, then
maybe Suge is your alter ego when you
been trying
when you
to
playing like Def Jam, whatever, Vendetta, but you need to just be Sean.
Ben been trying to change my name. He said, just be
because
Sean
it's
Riley.
2022. We can't be saying Sugar.
Yo, Ben, yo, he will call me and be like, am I talking to Suge? Am I talking to Sean Riley? All right, I'm gonna leave Sugar on stage, man. I'm gonna just be me.
Said she know why white folks are so comfortable calling black folks the N-word is because some black still say it like they say the word the.
Thank you, number one fan.
Facts.
I was that classy.
Yeah, bro, you was on point last night. Yeah.
Number one also said JT won the Elegant Dress Award. Pretty Ricky, what we call him.
Appreciate that. Have to do what I do every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Me and my baby had to step out.
Trying to defend his title there. You know what I mean?
Is it I'm trying to defend my title?
Teasy over here.
Well, who said Brooklyn ain't classy? Brooklyn's a very classy place. We got nice places to go to. We go nice. We put on nice clothes and we eat steak tartare and.
Y'all had steak tartare last night?
I've had, of course I've had it.
I thought y'all had it last night. I was like, what?
No, last night we didn't get wings till the end of the night.
Starving last night.
Oh man,
them wings came out late.
Man,
I was taking a wing off of everybody's plate. Now I'm playing.
Oh boy. Yeah, because I sure enough could have sworn that doggone text message said that there was going to be some food at our table.
Nah, there wasn't no food at the table.
Yeah, it was zero.
I mean,
My bad.
Right back.
I mean, 0-0.
So y'all got it.
Appreciate you calling in.
Still Brooklyn.
You should be.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes,
It's like they're so respectful, such beautiful people there.
Yes.
Just you act stupid, somebody gonna act stupid back with you.
I'm Bedford-Stuyvesant to the day I die.
Of course, like they got cigar bars and Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy ain't even like you used to know it.
Oh, I know.
Yo, I want you, me and you. We gonna fly to Brooklyn. We gonna go to that
bruh.
on Sunday and hang out.
I was up there last time I went, like 3 years ago, and I wanted to take my wife to my hood where I grew up at.
Yeah,
I can't even call it my hood anymore.
it ain't your hood.
Because I went over there and we was standing in front of the building. I'm like, yeah, this is where I grew up at. Miss Virginia used to be hanging out this window right here, telling all the kids to do this, that, and the third. And then all of a sudden, a white man came out the building with a dog. I said, what the hell?
Welcome to Brooklyn.
And then I looked left and right, and I saw people jogging. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's changed.
But I could bring you back to where you used to know. I could.
Gentrified. I'm cool with it. I promise you, because I left there and went to the pink houses, and I remember it.
You remembered right away. But I'm just saying though, it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm a good dude. I know how to listen. Class, you can't go to school for that. It's either you got it or you don't, right? And I was always taught it's certain situations.
You just didn't know that you actually exhibited at times.
I didn't know that I put it on y'all like that yesterday. But I mean, at the end of the day, when I put on a suit and a tie and I move a certain way, it's just, hey, I'm the Don.
Yeah.
I mean, but I didn't know I was being that much different. Like,
dude, I promise.
Well, don't let the suit make the man make the suit.
I do. And I mean, from now on, I'm going to act like I got a suit on.
And you know what? It wasn't a bad move.
I was chilling.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you reading the room.
That's it.
Oh, of course.
I pride myself on versatility. I feel I can walk in any room. Period. Any room. I can go in the den in New Orleans. I can go into the bottoms in Chicago. Anywhere. Hood. I can also go in the Alpharetta. I can also go in any country club, and I can adapt. It's one of the main reasons I married my wife, because she also has versatility.
Right.
Being able to have that. And I think it's something that it's crazy that one of the things that you say we shouldn't have done, a lot of people say we shouldn't have had to do as black people, is actually one of the things that can actually get us ahead even further, because we can adapt. And I feel once you're able to adapt, not saying that you're a sellout or you're faking. Now, there are sellouts. There are some of those that don't know how to adapt. They just become.
I feel you. But let me ask, don't I always speak properly?
Oh, yeah. We understand every word you're saying. Brooklynites, they put, it's something on their tees.
Let me ask a question. So last night when we were having a conversation.
Hey, was the microphone last night, if anybody in there had COVID, any of us that went on stage is sick.
Yeah, all sick.
Because boy, I mean, it was like, boy.
I got a little sore throat just sitting in there. I don't know. I might have COVID.
And I'm glad Michael Collier went last, because boy, it was like.
So we're gonna leave this subject alone in a second, because I'm always Brooklyn. But I want to ask one question.
No, not about you again.
Yeah, one more about me, and then I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, last one.
Did you understand everything I was speaking to you about? We had conversation last night. Was it that much different from when we talk right now?
Yeah, because I had to actually, had to, get a little closer to you. You wasn't just, Brooklyn.
Yo, hold on, Angelo. I wasn't what?
Look, he came he was like, yo, Jae Tea, let's go get a picture with Angelo. Huh? Let's go get a picture with Lo. I said, okay.
Look at Ben's face.
It was cool.
Hilarious. Hey man, let's transition, man. Let's transition. We're gonna take it off Brooklyn for a minute.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So y'all over the last 48 hours, you've heard about the burglaries, the you know, the home invasions or whatever. One of them was a home invasion because there was a young lady actually in the house, and they actually took her out of the bed and took her downstairs. I don't think there was any sexual assault or anything they had said, but the Fulton County DA, she came with it. I mean, she basically said, she said, I'm gonna give all of these rappers and all of these gang members some legal advice. If you don't want us to target you, stop actually confessing to it on your music, because I'm gonna use it against you.
Or your social media.
Or your social media. I'm going to arrest you. I'm not thinking about any pleas. I'm not negotiating. I'm gonna convict you, and I'm sending you to jail for the rest of your days. Or get the hell out of my county. That's basically what she said.
That's real.
Now, basically, she's gonna start using, and I was listening to Charlamagne the God this morning, and he put it the right way. She said she's gonna start using some of the words that's in the music that you're rapping about, or the stuff on your social media, and use it as evidence.
That been happening.
So they've
been doing it for the last, since Facebook.
How Bobby Smurda got locked up.
Wait. She started, you know, somebody on Charlamagne's show said, you know, man, rappers has been saying stuff that they've been doing forever. And Charlamagne said, well, you know what it shows? That those rappers back in the day, and I love them to death, but they were lying.
Yeah.
You know, they wasn't doing the stuff that they were saying in their music. Right. Not all of them. Some of them, I'm sure that some of them were. But do you think that, what do you think about her basically saying that if you say it in your music, she's going to use it as evidence? Or if you put it on your social media, she's going to use it as evidence?
She's basically, I know her as a, you know, prosecuting attorney. She's sharp, but she's doing something she's been doing for years, and everybody's been doing it for years. I've seen several people convicted off of holding a gun in a serial number. They had it facing, they blew it up, they got the serial number. ATF traces the gun, found out what run that went. The person was, say, I'm just loosening it up, but if the person was, did a video at 10/10/2000, and that gun was made in 1998, they had it on there. They know that gun when it was issued. That's how we're getting these people that are convicted. We've been doing it for years. Same thing with gang affiliation. When you do a continuing criminal enterprise or a racketeering charge, and the five of us say we don't know each other, and they come back and put this tape up. So, well, you're pretty chummy on this, you know, video we have right here on it. They've been doing it for years. What she's doing, and I applaud her for doing it, she's putting little thug and thugettes on the heels. She's calling them
thugettes?
Yeah, because there's females involved in it also.
Are those the infected? Are those the infected?
Very infected. They're dripping infection. Yeah, they're dripping infection. And I just think, I mean, I applaud her for doing it, because for so long we had a DA that wouldn't do jack shit. And Paul Howard. Paul Howard was pleading everything out. Pleading everything out to the point where if you wanted to get somebody any time, you took the case federal. And he was so petty, if you had a case against, because when you go federal, they're not going to take everybody, because there's only so many slots. So they'll take the top 6 or 7 guys. He wouldn't go back and prosecute the other people, although they were committing crimes in Fulton County, because you didn't run it through Fulton County.
That's crazy.
Only DA in the metro Atlanta area that did that. Now you have a DA that's actually trying to clean up the streets, you know? So, I mean, I applaud her. She's doing an excellent job. This is the second time she's doing this. It won't be the last, you know? Because these gangs have been running rampant for years in Atlanta, not even being prosecuted. And now she's putting it together instead of going after them individually, where Paul Howard's more than glad to just plea them out or give them probation for whatever they did. Now she's grouping them together like they should and putting all the little infecteds, send them to the same place.
Because she said a lot of rappers about to go down. She said that when Young Thug and Gunna them went down.
Well, see, what people don't realize, and this is what those guys understand, when you're doing a continuing criminal enterprise case, a kingpin case, anything with racketeering, when you put it that, the one predicate act that you do that causes the violence, it could have been an armed robbery when you were 18 and got probation for it. all that gets tied in together. And as a juvenile, if it's Part 1 crimes, rape, murder, aggravated assaults, that can also be brought up as evidence. She's grouping all that together. They're taking a historical case, and it's a historical case is a beautiful thing, because what she's going back and doing is from gathering evidence. When they pull that case when they hit a warrant and maybe in Southwest Atlanta on a house, and all 3 of those individuals are in that picture, the same 3 individuals that are trying to say now they don't know each other. That's what they're doing. And they pull up every report where your name was ever on it. So now they got you on 8 different occasions being with these same people you say you have no affiliation with. And all those 8 reports was contending crimes. So like I said, she's on those little infecteds like she should be. So black people can have a good time in Atlanta without the infected spoil.
KK, what you think about it?
I mean, hell, if you gonna tell on yourself, shit, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself.
And the crazy thing is, like I said, I was listening to the show this morning. He was like, you know, there's a lot of rappers that say that they're being targeted. But, you know, if you at a gun range and you run your ass down there where everybody's shooting at, you're gonna be targeted.
Right.
It's the same thing as, like you said, you know, just putting your stuff on social media, putting the gun on social media, putting it in your rap music. I mean, she actually, I didn't put it down, but she actually recited a verse that she used. One of them was, if we steal, what is it? If we jack your car, we're gonna take the license plate. I mean, I mean, the words, I mean, the lyrics that she put out. I don't listen to a lot of stuff now.
Somebody was talking about some fool the other day that committed a murder or something and made a rap about it and got tied in some kind of way. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I plead the
It's been a
fifth.
couple of those over the years. Done that jump.
I ain't got nothing to say about
Better
this.
not come to Fulton County.
To all
Buy a house in Fulton County if you want to.
To all my rapper friends, I have nothing to say about this. I plead the fifth.
Well, you know, if you want to make a difference in crime, you have to shake it up. You know what I mean? Because everybody's just been talking. She's actually taking action, and she's putting her life, her family life, and you know, at risk. But she's literally taking action. She's not talking about it. She's being about it. You know what I mean? And for that, you know, you can't do nothing but give her props for it, because you know, this crime is running rampant.
Nah, it's crazy.
And and there's been nothing done. You know what I mean? It's been getting worse and worse. But now she putting folk on notice, you know, I'm after you. The eyes are on you. You keep talking about it, I'm gonna be about it. You know, so I've been thoroughly impressed with what she's done thus far. You know what I mean? And it's like you're attacking real crime. You know, you're attacking real crime. This is real crime. I mean, these gangs are out of control.
And I'll tell you something for layman terms, for everybody out there that doesn't know lawyer talk, if she's getting out and speaking that freely, the nail's are already in the coffin.
Oh yeah.
That case is so solid, she's not even worried about it.
And
she's showing her hand. That's like going in a poker game and laying all your cards on the table and then betting.
She knows she's safe unless she hears somebody rap about killing the DA.
And the thing is, it's made national news. It actually made ESPN, because you know a lot of sports cats got robbed, so it was actually on ESPN also. I mean, it's made national news, so it makes you think: are other DAs going to take the same route?
No, other DAs are already doing it. We had a sorry ass DA for the last umpteen years, Paul Howard, who dead docketed all those cases. All she's doing is going back and bringing up those cases span back. I think some of them were 7-8 years ago. Right. And what she's going back and doing is gathering the evidence, opening them back up, even if they pled out. That's a admission of guilt. And now she's putting all that together. And I don't know did it through CIs, wiretaps, or whatever. They put all those people back together. So she's a real attorney.
But what if you just rapping and you ain't really do it? Like,
well, you just rap your ass.
That's not fair.
I'm gonna tell you what somebody said.
Act like a monkey, you get treated like one.
I was listening to Charlamagne and them this morning.
What he said?
I actually love this show. I just started listening to it over the last month.
The Breakfast Club.
But he actually said
good, Charlamagne.
that, you know, if you're saying that it's just art,
it's art.
Change your art. If you can make these rhymes just out of your mind, not out of life experiences, change it.
Well, it isn't rap a depiction of what goes on in the community. So if they're rapping about things that they've seen or they feel that's going on and they didn't actually do it, I should go to jail for that.
Yes, you should.
Because Nas rapped about a lot of stuff, but Nas wasn't known for doing none of that.
No, it's not just rapping about it. It's tying yourself into a crime. I mean, this is okay. Like, think about it. This is how ignorant we sound sometimes as a people. We're getting upset about some Caucasian calling a black person a nigger while she serves, but we'll allow them to rape our communities, ravage our communities, and then we want to take up for them when they put it in a rap song. I applaud her for being creative, for finally doing what Paul Howard could have done 10 years ago, and it may not have gotten to this point.
So basically what I'm hearing is that they have to change the genre of music.
No, you don't have to change it.
Because that's called like
KRS-One, Public Enemy.
That's street rap, but they're not right. So you changing that.
They want
like
animals.
Because there was a shift, right? So they were talking about when rappers rap, they rapping about what they know about the community, what's going on in the hood, what's happening. If that's their reality, but they not doing it, why are they getting locked up?
Well, because
so it's basically saying they shouldn't.
They are doing it.
They're not going to jail just from a rap song. You got to tie it in.
Yeah, she's tying in their rap to the actual crime. You know what I mean? And then just doing all the research that goes behind it.
I know a homeboy that got locked up because they was doing RICO charges on somebody. The dude texted me, said, "Hey, he did 5 years. He wasn't doing nothing."
You said he said what? What did he do?
Could the dude hit him up like, "Yo, what up?" He was like, "Yo, hey," and they took that and they said, "Yo, you part of the whole gang."
To it. See, this is what people don't realize.
You need to have a better attorney.
It's not even a better attorney.
He ain't got no money. What you supposed to do?
No, that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. What happens is a lot of other evidence, but a lot of times you don't see because people take pleas. There's people that have been snitching for years, and you'll never know who they are because the cases are so ironclad. When they have this thing called discovery, that's when the prosecutor has to put all the state's evidence out there to be seen. And when they see that evidence, they turn and say, what was that plea they were offering me? And once the plea goes down, you never get to see that evidence. So that informant doesn't have to get on the stand. Guaranteed what she did was like we always do. We have a love 'em board. You put a board up with the top guy and everybody that's under him, and as the investigation unfolds, you put those people where they belong.
Like on CSI, we saw that.
So what you really do, the most effed up person, the one that's got 3 felonies already, that's the one you target. You may get a cell case off him or whatever he's doing. You get him dead to the rights. You wait one day till he's on his way to his girlfriend's house. You pull him over on a regular traffic stop. You snatch his ass up, tow his car. You take him back to the Russell building. You sit, this is Fulton County, so you'll sit him down and you talk to him and you show him all the charges you have on him and tell him this is the amount of years you're looking at. Hold on. Give you time to talk to your attorney if you want to. You want to talk now. Most of them look at that. They know they got 3 in the hole already. They know they're going to do 20, 30 years. And what they do is tie that rap song into everybody that was actually there. And a lot of times on those rap songs, they'll rap about something that you wouldn't know about unless you were actually there. So when you got somebody putting you there, you have your rap song saying you were there, and the only time it's gonna say it didn't happen is when you get on the stand and you want everybody to believe, I know my 3 co-defendants are saying I was a trigger man, but I wasn't even there. Come on.
Nah, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of people locked up.
He retired police officer, Joe. He was there for a long time.
I am. But there's a lot of...
Nah, Joe said, that brother, no, he need to run for office. I was like, he knows because he taught what he know.
That's a fact.
You guys,
Comedian Joe Hill be here next.
I see you got the mic up. You ready to talk?
Yeah. Speaking on the millennial delegation. So I was listening to what you just said too, Sean, and I understand. And I think just to bring it full circle, just because it's art doesn't excuse it for being ignorant, and ignorant is not bliss. So the thing about, it's not even changing our art, but elevating yourself to understand that if you're gonna rap, but still getting profited from and on the negativity in your community doesn't still give you a pass as being a real nigga. Like, real niggas, that term is so played out, it's just like, It's the power in the word. If you a real nigga, then if a nigga's you gonna act like it. It's a negative thing. So when these guys get hit, like as Cop just said, when we glorify him, it's like, yo, he a real nigga though. Like, oh my God, how we gonna do him like that? No, bro, no, you stupid as hell. No, you need to go to jail. I want to walk down my neighborhood and be happy like Rebecca in her neighborhood. Shit, they walking around with their dogs, having a good time. Mm-hmm. I got Jays, I got little motherfuckers twisting their hair, walking down the street, pants off their ass, and then they scheming on me. Why I can't feel safe in my own neighborhood with my folks? Why I gotta go to somewhere else to feel safe? But I'm getting these rap lyrics that's is propagating against us. They benefit off of it. They make a profit off of it.
And if you want to rap about it, rap about the struggle that puts you in there. Rap about the struggle. You're in zone 1. That's part of Atlanta, a zoning area.
So they trying to
and rap about the fact that they tell me to get a job, but there's no jobs. When I go to California, when I go to McDonald's, when I go to Burger King, when I go to Chick-fil-A, the women in those places are 27, 28, 30 years old. Rap about that where they can't get a job.
Well, I grew up with
but they do though.
I grew up with
those folks not getting arrested.
But they in them songs.
That shit was all fictional. They weren't out there doing the shit they claimed that they was doing. It was just a bunch of talk. I mean, that's the way I've always looked at most of it. Half the shit they say, is just.
But these little kids, these little African American kids, and I see it because I was out there. You see where they're trying to live these lives. They're trying to play, I'm so hard, and they're trying to live something, thinking that's what these rappers are doing. I'm gonna be just like these rappers. I'm gonna get mine. Well, son, you robbing somebody that walking home from a bus from the MARTA station on Hightower down the Fatal Funnel. I'm not gonna name the street. In zone 1, where we had to put 2 cars down there sometimes because on Saturday nights and Friday nights with hard-working African American people are getting robbed by infected. So if you wanna sing about that, if you wanna sing about that and glorify that, you get everything that comes with it.
Can I say this?
Nobody gonna be able to hear you, Dwayne.
I don't know about that one.
This is the difference, Sean. Like you said, back in the day, the Ice Cubes, the Ice Teas, the DJ Quicks, they were involved in the gang culture. So they rapped about the gang culture. They weren't directly trigger men. They just rapped about the culture that they heard about, right? And then not only did they rap about the culture they heard about, they said it was their homeboys. They never said it was them. Right. It was how they rapped it. Now, these new drill rappers are telling you exactly what they're doing. They're telling you that they're, like you said, they're kicking in doors. They're telling you how they killed the person, how they followed the person home, how they robbed the person, how they steal the cars, how they, and all these things are affecting us. And we don't want people to judge us this way, but yet we allow these things that are prevalent, that make money to define us. To be accepted. And then you want to complain or tell like free this person or this person should be free, when the true reality of it is these people are destroying our communities. Like if you got these kids out here that are doing these crimes and they're doing it to other black people, they're not doing it to white people, they're doing it to other black people. Mm-hmm. So you got these kids out here, you're encouraging them to do these crimes because you're saying it in your raps, and then they're also breaking into our communities. Then why wouldn't you want them to be dealt with? I would want them to be dealt with. I don't want it to have to be like you said, people say, the stitching or the culture, which is like, let's change the culture. The culture should change because, like I said, Ice Cube, we definitely know he wasn't a gangster, but he's considered a gangster rapper.
No, he was a gangster.
But let me say this.
He was doing a little bit more. He was the N-hood. He was a Crip now.
So, I'm saying it to the point was, he still educated people. The rap wasn't negative enough to not give some knowledge in it. These raps are literally telling you how they're robbing, killing, murdering, and play by play. And we're yelling out here to free these people because they make people money. Now, it's a guy on the internet named Charleston White, and he glorifies the dead people's parents. He says, hey, why are we not, talking to the mothers and the families that are losing these boys but yet we're glorifying the rappers who are saying they're killing these boys, and like I said, when they get arrested, free them immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't let the case play out, you don't let the evidence play out. But like you said, the DA has such a strong case. She's ready to tell you, I'm getting everybody. Right. She's giving you exact numbers because the reality of it, Sean, is they're doing it. And they're guilty. Right. It's no way around it. They're guilty.
I'm a fictional.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a fictional author.
Listen.
So to me, I feel like, a lot of that rap shit is the same thing. It's fiction. You're telling a story. So yeah, if you're actually doing that shit that you rapping about and you get caught up in it, then that's your own fault. But just rapping and expressing yourself in a fictional way, whether it's violent or not, I don't feel like you should be prosecuted for that.
I agree.
But you can't be prosecuted for that.
But why?
That's it. This is what it is. We always do as a people. We want to try to save the people that we shouldn't be trying to save. Okay, first of all, if they're rapping about it, don't be so. And see, I know you too intelligent for that shit, Sean, but you got the mic. My whole thing is, you know for a fact that it takes more of I can say a rap, I killed 3 people last night. You know what they're going to do? If I say this, I killed 3 people last night in College Park. Well, they're going to go to College Park and see if 3 people did in fact die. If 3 people died in College Park, guess what? Now I'm going to have to explain where I was. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to go to... I shouldn't be saying all this.
He was in the studio.
All the gas stations in the area have cameras. You know what they're going to do? They're going to pull the triangulation on the phone. They're going to take the door cameras and check and see the car that you said wasn't in the area. Well, how come 3 blocks away, 3 different, they're going to look at all the avenues of escape from there, and they're going to get the body cams from all those different doors, and they're going to see that same car that you said wasn't in the area going. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to put it in the tag reader, and then the tag reader is going to tell you everywhere that car goes and where, because that tag. Oh, shut up.
But what if the car doesn't appear? What if there is no car?
There's a lot of ways they get them.
What if there is no car? What if they do that full spiel that you just did and there is no car? And it was just you rapping about some shit.
So they should do the same thing for heavy metal.
They're not going to go to jail.
Yeah, but they
not
go
to jail.
But they may pull you in for questioning.
Yeah, because you know something. You know something.
Somebody came back and talked about what happened, and you decided to go put it into a rap.
Now
they're gonna get you and put so much pressure on you for you to daggone squeal.
It was in my dream.
What you really know.
She actually said that, and she actually said that they had many witnesses for all of this stuff.
Listen.
Oh yeah, that no snitch policy. It just goes away when they put that paper in your face.
Yo, comedians.
It doesn't even. See, this is what people don't realize.
A lot of y'all comedians.
Let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing on this.
Ain't too many of these rappers made that way.
And then you got to realize it's not even the rappers, people. Like I always say, it's infected. That's a small part of Zone 1. A very small part of Zone 1. The decent people in Zone 1, you know what happens? Because the infected still hang around crime scenes, they're not going to call in. But the zone phone blows the F up. Right. And decent people in those zones, the majority of the people there tell on all them little infected.
You said monkey?
Huh?
You said monkey?
No, I did not say monkey.
I hope not. So
they tell on all those little.
You know when things listen, decent rap, hip hop, it's a depiction of what's going on in the community and in the streets. It's an art, right? Mm-hmm. The only way that's going to change is when the community change. Like, I think we put too much blame on the rappers. We put too much blame on the music. Like, stuff is going on in the community because ain't nothing changing.
Sean, you believe that?
Huh?
I want to look at you. Do you really believe?
Let's talk after the show.
Hold on. Wait. But he said Sean. He didn't say Sugar Sean.
Yeah,
so you talking to Sean?
Yeah, he's talking to Sean right now.
I want to know, man. You really, honestly believe what you just said?
Somewhat. But listen, yo.
Not the address. Sean, where do you live? Not the address. What area do you live in? Exactly, Sean. Exactly, Sean.
Somewhat. What I'm saying is, though, realistically, we all listen to rap, listen to hip hop. We came up. But if we change the community, yo, it's gonna change. It's what's going on. No. So how you gonna be mad at somebody that's a narrator? What's happening in their hood?
That's not correct. That's
not
correct.
It's correct. Why not?
The reason why it's not correct. Appreciate you. The reason why it's not correct is because you're still the author. All right. So whatever you're putting down and whatever they're gonna push out, if you're pushing out negative, of course negative is gonna sell. But if it's a collective saying, yo, we're not doing this, the collective wins. So you're saying just because the environment is bad, it's a lot of people that came out of trash environments that are positive rappers. And they have made positive standpoints in their life. There's a lot of us that have came out of different ways and we've made choices to be better. So you can't say because, oh, it's the environment all the time. Yeah, the environment does, infect us at times, but it's still a choice, brother. When you have sound mind and you have a choice like, hey man, I'm gonna give you $10 million to rap about rape, sodomy, murder, drugs, destruction, and also hating on somebody that's doing the same thing as you just for a few sales and some likes. You gonna say that, right?
All right. And I hear that, right? But we can't shy away from the fact, like, at the end of the day,
it's the whole day.
All this hip hop stuff, everything came from what's going on in the community, right? And if this is what's going on, how am I gonna fault this guy for what he's seeing as an artist?
He's about what he did.
Now, I'm not saying all of them are though.
He's singing about what
we're not saying that all of them are actually rapping about what they did, but I'm gonna tell you, if you rapped about something that was, I'm not gonna say all.
I'm gonna never give you another lemon pepper wing.
No, because like you just said, there's some positive guys out there.
On the average, in a RICO case, how many people do they usually take down? Because you say like the first 5 get dealt.
On a RICO case, okay, this is our RICO case. There's slots in federal court. You can have a case that you think is jam up and let something bigger, like with the January 6th deal. I guarantee there's some DEA agents, FBI agents in local jurisdictions that were on task force that had some solid cases that were getting ready to go for prosecution. Guess what? They got pushed off the calendar. It takes so much more to do a federal case. There's only so many slots. They're gonna take the top 6 guys and take them federally. On that, okay, everybody else is gonna be prosecuted on the state level. And due to the testimony of the top people, typically all those people ever do when their case comes up, you just get picked up on a possession with intent to distribute as part of that. Was part of that RICO case. You could have been a predicate act. A predicate act means an act that occurred that went back to that case. Anyway, that case you're gonna plea on it because you already know everybody else in that case is, yeah, we did it. And now you're gonna say, but I didn't. But you got 3 people that are gonna come back and say and put you exactly where they said they were. Guaranteed what they do, they go out to the weakest link. And the weakest link, I used to draw a circle like that and give a person a pencil and I say, cut out the slice of pie you want. There's someone that'll pick up and crumple up the whole paper, and before you can even, let me get the tape. Back then, get the tape ready. Now they got rooms that everything's automatically recorded, and I think that's better. But, and the person starts singing. You read them, you Mirandize them, and they say, nah, I want to talk. Because you know why? They know what happens if you don't take that opportunity. Because they know, and we tell them, I say, okay, if it's not you, there's going to be somebody else just like you tomorrow. Somebody's going to tell, why don't you get this while the getting's good? Because they know if they don't tell at that point, and somebody else does, they're not going to be asked, they're going to be one of the ones charged. That's how it works. It wasn't just about the rap. She's grandstanding from a standpoint, oh yeah, they rapped about it. Yeah, they rapped about it, but there's a whole lot of investigative work, film, tapes, buys, warrants, crimes where witnesses came back. See, it's a big deal when you get robbed at gunpoint and pistol whipped in Southwest Atlanta and you don't know who did it. It was just 4 black guys with dreads and white t-shirts. Now they can take a mugshot book with them same people and put them in a book. Oh, that's him right there. Oh, that's him right there. Oh, that's him right there. Now you have the actual victim. Now there's somebody to put in that picture. That's what happens.
Now, don't get me twisted, right? Listen, I'm all about they should be showing the good things and the fun things that happen in the community. There's more positive stuff coming out of the community than there is negative, right?
Exactly.
And I 100%, I'm with that. What I'm saying is, though, you're right. They're giving these guys $10 million. They rap about negative. Yeah, they need to stop all that because that shit is whack. But I'm not going to say that they should get locked up because they rap if they just rapping about what they see. Now, if you're saying that they got a case behind them, that's a whole different story. But this cat's getting jammed up just for saying, hey.
No, Sean.
On a text message.
Sean, everybody does that. Everybody, just like when you stop your son from doing something. He said, Dad, what did I do? I just did this. Now, through your investigation, you find out he did 4 or 5 more things. No, son, you did throw the rock. Because, the doorbell cam picked it up. Or your sister said you threw the rock. Oh, yeah, well, I wasn't throwing the rock, I was tossing the rock. Okay, well, bam. And it's the same thing with this. Nobody goes to jail from a rap song. The rap song put that person in a location or put somebody else in a location, or he rapped about an incident where nobody knew about it but the police and the dead individual that's laying on the ground.
Bobby Smurda went to jail for a rap song.
Huh?
He said, I caught a body just a week ago.
He was guilty.
What he's talking about? See, that's what I hate about what the infectics do to the community. I always say this term, that the tail wags a dog in our community.
I don't understand why they have a name like that.
In our community is what we try to protect. Instead of protecting the whole dog or the important part of the dog. The important parts are everybody gets shot to that 7-year-old girl that got killed and the guy just got convicted. That was in the news.
That's crazy.
Okay, you have all, but it's always like that. Black people die when infectics pull the trigger. Now, if they could shoot better, they still get prosecuted, but I have a smile on my face.
But let me ask you a question. 9 out of 10 times that the dude that got killed or something happened, they was all involved in something.
No, you got that 7-year-old girl,
Not the 7-year-old girl. We're not going to talk about.
It's not just that. It happens all the time.
9 out of 10 times the homicides, the cats getting jammed up, things is happening. They was involved in something. Like, it's not happening for no reason. I feel like everybody be like, oh, it's just happening for no reason, and he was a good guy, and he was just there, and they shot him. No, they didn't.
You're right, like the Subway when they didn't put enough mayonnaise on the sandwich. That's what you're talking about?
I'm not, no, but those are, you're talking about 1% of the homicides that happen. Like, when you really sit down and think about it.
For 10 years, I saw every single homicide.
So let me ask you a question. How many homicides that you could say that them dudes wasn't involved in a certain situation or involved in some type of activity and it shit happened to them?
Let me say this, Sean.
Versus the mayonnaise sandwich.
Sean.
They got in an argument.
My name's, everybody call me Sean now. They want me to be Sean. I'll call me Sean.
The number. She said 60. And let's not say the number is 60. But 25 probably has, you know what I'm saying?
Like, she's taking the time to do it.
That's all I'm saying. Like, he's saying that it's not a large number. 60 murders is a large number.
No, I'm not saying 60 murders is not a large number. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
Hold on. Wait.
If you involved in street
what Sean is saying is that he's saying is that people that get killed, he's saying that they were actually doing something bad.
Not bad, but they was involved in something. Like, I'm gonna come get you. Like, you did something.
Does the involvement, if you got into an argument with somebody, does that mean you?
No, but that's a small percentage. Like, if you did something, you owe somebody money, or you was moving a certain way, the streets move a certain way. So, like, like, if you violate somebody or you did something, half the time them dudes get caught up. No, that's what they get caught up on.
But Sean,
somebody killing them should be okay.
Sean, you had a situation just yesterday. Dude did a drive-by shooting. Yep. All right. Now, he may have been targeting somebody, but a 14-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 1-year-old are, one of them is in critical condition, the other 2 are dead.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't do nothing.
That's a lame ass nigga. You shouldn't do no drive-by.
But that's what happens though. This is what they do. This is what they do. It's very
soft. They should just went shot the dude they want to shoot.
Well,
why should black people have the ability to offer street justice? Like, we don't have the ability to be street judge and jury because we're not doing that.
White people do the same shit.
No, we don't, man. Like, we're not doing that when it comes to them murdering a white person murdering a black person. You're talking about black people murdering other black people. They're not God. They don't get the ability to do that.
And 9 times out of 10 is not based on a retaliation murder. 9 times out of 10 is based on I dissed you on a record.
That's bullshit. And I'm with that.
But that's what these guys are doing. These guys are killing each other for talk, for conversation.
And I feel that. And that goes into a whole different topic, though.
But that's the same people
The letter's
talking about.
okay.
That's the people we're
That's
talking
what we're
about.
talking
It's a sensitivity.
It's that same group of people.
Right, but that's a sensitivity part behind it. Like you gotta, there's this, we going all over the place, right? So there's a sensitivity part, right? So if I'm on some sensitive shit and the dude said something to me while I was playing Grand Theft Auto and he was talking crazy and then I run up on him, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? But if somebody do something,
somebody's dealing drugs and he gets shot, it's cool.
I'm not saying nobody should get shot in the school. I'm just saying that sometimes some people
Niggas need to die, is what you're saying.
some niggas need to die.
And it's cool.
If you deserve it, some people are
point. You're making
some
a
people
good
need to
point.
die.
If it was only a bunch of infecteds dying, I wouldn't mind. But the PTSD that they cause in the black community, imagine being a young black kid studying your schoolwork and your mom tells you get on the floor, or you go. You know how many calls I've gone on, and the mother's sitting there. Y'all put all my kids in the tub. They were all shooting. They were all shooting out here, and you see all the windows shot out, or the shell cases. The next day when these kids got to walk over shell cases.
Yo, you right.
That does to their psyche.
Yo, it's crazy.
These aren't kids that want to be infected. These are kids that are trying to prosper in a racist society, and then you're gonna have some infecteds coming in and shooting up that area. All of them should go to jail.
But hold on.
For as long as
I want y'all to know.
A 7-year-old girl was in her living room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all know
Now she has
something.
to be buried. She was in her living room, not doing nothing to nobody, and now she has to be buried.
I'm not justifying the violence in our community. I think that shit is terrible.
But where is it coming from?
Where is it coming from? It's coming from what's going on in the, not just the music. It's the hood.
Hold on. Wait.
It's the hood.
Oh, Sean.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Now, wait. Now, Sean, you just raised your hands up like this.
For Jesus, because y'all
And-
coming
and
for.
you- and
Can
you
I be
said
shook?
that- Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, because you are being shook right now. So you raised your hands up and said that you are not justifying.
No.
But at the same time, you just said
Some niggas need to die. Some niggas need to die.
Nah. Let me say this.
Some niggas need to die.
I agree with that.
Let me say this though.
Some of them
Two weeks ago.
But do you believe that the ones that kill him should just be cool?
If that motherfucker needed to die,
Good job, bro.
if he needed to die,
See, that's what he's saying.
Every one of them. Anybody.
That's what he's saying.
An eye for an eye. You see, the thing about it is,
But there's some
our
good
community
murders.
Gets ravaged. And
There's good
everybody
murders.
Wants to take up for the lowest common denominator. If you want to rap about it, take everything that comes with it. You take the money. Take everything else that comes with it.
There's not
If you want to brag and that's you, that's your lifestyle. Take everything that comes with it. That's all I'm saying.
let me ask you a question. If a dude murdered a child molester, that's not a good murder? Yeah, answer that question. I'm not God, but if you murder, if you are a child molester, right? And you molested a child, this man molested my daughter, raped my daughter, and he murdered this dude. That's not a good murder? Talk to me nice.
Different. That's totally
No,
different.
it ain't totally different. Tell me, answer the question. Yes or no, is that a good murder?
No, it's not.
That's totally different.
Why is that not a good murder?
There ain't no such thing as.
But why is that not a good murder?
That's totally different if we're talking about infected driving around.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes or no, is that a good murder?
Hold on. So, are we gonna now say that there's good murders and bad murders?
That was Sean was saying.
Hold on, let me ask you this too, though, Sean. And let me ask you this.
No one answered my
hold on,
question.
let me say this.
I did.
On that particular subject, like she said, what if it happened in act and you did it? Could you get off? Ask a cop. I'm asking.
If it happened what?
If you
In the act, if you caught it.
He want to answer the question, so let me answer the question.
Yeah, because what you be doing, and if you look at ability, opportunity, and jeopardy, you'd have ability. The person have abilities caring about a forcible felony against a third party. You'd have a right to protect that person just like you're protecting yourself.
That's a good murder.
So just put it right behind his left ear and squeeze back smooth. That way you won't jerk it off.
So that's a good murder.
Not a good murder.
You just said yes.
That's not murder, though. That's homicide. There you go.
But
That's what
even if
I wanted to get to.
You still murdered somebody.
It's cool to you get a homicide. It ain't cool to get a murder.
Justifiable.
That's a murder.
It's a justifiable homicide.
All right, so it's a good homicide. There's good homicides then, because he need to die.
All right,
Thank you.
Let's hear from the millennial side. Then we're going to top 5.
All right, millennial delegation.
I had a flight
You gotta
to catch
kill
in
him.
the morning.
Brother, murder is murder, regardless how we look at it. Murder is murder. Realistically, like Ask Cop was saying, I grew up here, and I know you were saying like the whole hood thing. I remember growing up in Kimberly Court, and when you said the like stepping over shells, and we had a school in the neighborhood, so going to school and looking at it every day, it was scary, bro. When your grandmama tell you, all right, now my grandma was calm. Oh no, she did this. Hey, time to get in the tub. I'm like, I just took up a get in the tub. Yes, ma'am. And I knew what it was. And the thing is, we're perpetuating it over and over. I'm in my 30s, bro. Why are we still talking about the same stuff that I was talking about when I was 4, 5, 6? And you're still, and I understand what you're saying about the art, and I understand what you're saying about the fiction. But the thing is, as a people, and not even just as a people, as an adult, as a person, is it still cool to be talking about the same stuff over and over? It's like, bro, it's negative. All right. Do we have to glorify it? No, we do not.
I agree.
It's not even worth the time. It's like we're still giving the energy, like Dwayne said, free slime, free them. Free them for what?
I agree.
Bro, do you, bro? You ain't signed my CD anyway.
And look at it like this.
I agree.
We traced all the drugs that were being delivered at some point through the Iran-Contra scandal and how crack was introduced. Now, we can trace that all the way back, but when you can trace the same thing to individuals and trace what those rap individuals did in the community, it's a cancer. And we got to start treating it like such. If we don't do that, we're not going to change as a people.
Hey, listen.
And it starts by when people have a forum, they talk about it, they're open about it, but let's just be realistic about it. People move to certain areas so the kids can get to better schools. They want to stay in there, but it wasn't the fact that you didn't think those black schools were capable. It's the fact of who your kids had to go to school with and the dangers that they would incur living in those areas. And it's a fact.
So we all agree there's good murders. Right? Like some people.
A murder's a criminal charge in Georgia. A homicide can be justified as justified.
So some people need to die. Like if you a child molester or you a
I'm
rapist.
not gonna say that in open forum. I got my
Yeah, they gotta die. If you a rapist, you gotta die.
We could play Clockwork Orange and the whole world would be better.
They're killing each other over rap lyrics. They're not killing they're not doing the justifiable homicide. They're killing the people that are rapping. You know what I'm saying? These lyrics about them are about, and not only they're killing them, they're killing these people's families. Like, you heard about the rapper's grandma that got burned up in the house. That really happened. Like, they're not making this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're putting these in raps. Like, King Von really said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, we live in America.
And all his music is talking about murders.
And that's why Charleston called him out on it.
Yes, murder.
That's why he called him out on it.
Come on, man. Like, we have to change. We have to change as a people. It shouldn't even, none of these rappers should be that popular. They just shouldn't. I'm just being honest with you. They shouldn't be that popular because their popularity is predicated on killing other blacks. Like,
No, not over blacks, infected kids.
Yo, listen. Where did we get that from? We live in America. They idolize gangster activity, the Al Capones, all that stuff. We didn't come from Africa. We came from Africa with Shaka Zulu. All this stuff was put into our community. It's America. They do it in the white communities. They do it all over the place. And at the end of the day, it's America. Now, do we need to change our community? Hell yeah. We got to stop all that violence. Hell yeah. I'm a big proponent on that. It's garbage. It's not that serious. You shouldn't be just killing somebody off of words. That's garbage. But some people in the community that are terrible need to die. Like, I mean, if you want some egregious child molesting, rapist, all that other stuff, you got to go. You got to get eaten by the wolves.
Eaten by the wolves, says Brooklyn. All right.
Now my name Brooklyn. Am I right? No, hold on. Nobody on this panel agrees with me that if you raping people and you molesting children, you don't deserve to die.
If it was as simple as what you're saying, I think you would get people to agree with you. But it's not as simple as what you're saying. You know what I mean? And that's, there's a reason for the justice system, the prison system. There's a reason for it.
He to put niggas in jail.
And it's not for street justice. It's, there you go. All right, I want to read
man.
top fans, number one fan response earlier. She said Jay-Z newest song is him apologizing for selling dope, but nowhere in it has he apologized for the deaths his drugs selling caused. Has he built housing, schools, grocery stores, gas stations, flower shops, restaurants, trade schools in the very neighborhood that he was selling dope in and people were dying in?
Can I ask a question? Selling dope.
No.
Right? Isn't that a self-inflicted thing? Nobody put a gun in your head to take drugs.
Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, what did he say last night? Got that uncle that asked a question and answered at the same time.
Yo, I'm just saying.
You just did.
Ain't nobody making you take crack. Heroin was in the 70s. Oh my God.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Uncle Suge, that way he gonna be. Uncle Suge.
Whatever y'all want to call me, man.
Time.
Uncle Suge.
All right, man.
That might be my new name.
Top 5.
So top five, as we know, it is officially football season. I just get the chills just thinking about it. This is my time of the year.
Let's get it.
Where I get to just watch football.
I love football.
Football, and guess what? More football. This is wonderful. This is the reason why I created my basement. It's for this time of the year. It's no other reason.
Yo, we need to do the podcast in your basement.
No, sir. But this was this time of the year.
He said no, sir. I gotta come in a suit.
Can't be showing up at the ESPN.
I gotta be
West.
showing.
ESPN West.
In his neighborhood, they only let so many of them in.
So Angelo, I gotta be Sean.
10 blacks can come to the game at any given time.
Sugar cannot come.
Sure can't come.
Yeah, sure can't come. That's ESPN West, dog.
But Sean can come. Okay, I'm with you.
Come.
I'm gonna write this joke.
All right.
My old
So,
and real quick, everybody's looking. This is a cigar. All right. I want y'all to think that I'm sitting up here smoking a blunt, and it damn sure ain't a Black and Mild. So
the cop brought it.
go ahead.
Congratulations to Ask a Cop, though, because I watched him smoke his entire cigar.
You know
he did
what?
not waste a good
Dude,
Ashton.
I promise
Very
you.
good, bro.
I was looking over there.
I was checking
looking
out to make sure it didn't just get squashed or anything. And I
was looking
saw
over there.
Second one.
And you had the last little squeeze. I said, oh, look at him. He squeezed the last piece.
I was
That's what I'm
looking
talking about.
over there like, yo, he smoked the whole cigar.
No, I'm not gonna be able to taste anything I eat tomorrow.
That was a good
Man.
cigar he gave you, man. That
Yeah, it
Ashton-
was actually
Yeah. I'm gonna be doing that in a minute.
I'm to get some more.
Yes, sir. That's a good smoke, man. But anyway, so top 5. This is gonna be based on just your pure opinions on. Cause we did our fantasy draft tonight, which was kind of cool. Doing our draft live, that was complicated. Missed a couple picks. JT definitely did. You know what I mean? I missed one good one, but I think I'm be all right with it.
Yeah, mine was actually pretty good.
So before I do my top 5, how you feel about your draft, KK?
I feel good.
Yeah, you should. You were studying your junk. You were quiet as a church mouse over there. You ain't say nothing. Dwayne, how you feel about your draft?
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay. Tease, what about you? How you feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
You feel
about
pretty
it,
good
man.
about it. Number one, how y'all feel?
My blind-
I know JJ got How did JJ get the number 1 pick in 2 different drafts? JJ must have some kind of system he puts into the internet. He's a freaking genius. You know what I mean? JJ, you must have some kind of system or something, man. You put out there because how you get number 1 pick in 2 different drafts, man? That's crazy. But anyway, I digress. I feel pretty good about mine.
Who did JJ pick?
He started off with the running back Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, the running backs went fast.
Running backs went super fast, didn't they?
Way more wide receivers than this year's draft.
Yeah, I mean, I was guessing. I was like, okay, maybe he might be a breakout star. Yeah, because the running backs went quick.
Yeah, it kind of killed my strategy. Had to flip when I saw the running back went so fast. It flipped my whole strategy. So anyway, But I think it's gonna be good, real interesting, man. We're gonna talk about it, before every show. We're gonna see who playing who, get the matchups together, you know what I mean? Keep up with the record since the Uptown Fantasy Football League, minus Ask a Cop, because he didn't get his thing in time. But anyway.
He ain't want to do it.
Ask a Cop, next year we gonna be in this together, brother. Even though I'm on the other side, but we in this together, man.
All right, so top 5. Your top 5 picks for the final 5 of the NFL season. Your top 5. Who gonna be your top 5 teams for this NFL season?
That's easy.
That's easy. Okay.
Record-wise, you mean?
Record-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, record.
Y'all ready?
Top 5 seasons.
Top 5 records.
Who going first?
All right, here we go. And they are in order.
Okay.
Not Oakland, my bad. Las Vegas Raiders.
5, you going down or up when you say in order?
That's number 5? Or?
Going. I guess that's going up. Going up.
Okay.
Down and up, sir. I speak Bennett.
So the Raiders, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Real?
Not that. Look. When we said down, we didn't mean down here.
That was straight face, man. That's crazy.
Coming up.
That's just crazy. You better clean up quick.
So that's 4. So we had 3. 3 would be shoot.
You might well say the
Your wife
Falcons.
even laughed at that shit.
I'm gonna say the Detroit Lions.
Oh my God!
Wait, you talk. Wait. Are you talking about the 5 at the bottom or the?
No, he's playing Madden.
I know everything I'm saying.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he got sucked up. They got sucked up in that hard.
His wife threw it out there. Shots fired.
She really loves you,
Number
man,
2.
because she back you on that bullshit.
Hey man, it is.
She like, yeah.
Hell, the Falcons? You might as well say that. Maybe the Giants.
I'm a Falcons
He
fan.
can't be that crazy.
No.
I can't wait to hear the final 2.
Me too. I was it. Giants.
I'm gonna have to say
You done picking them.
not the Giants. I was gonna say Tennessee Titans. That's 2.
Okay.
I wouldn't say 2, but okay.
And number 1, man, Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Tampa
Okay.
Bay. So yeah, I went in that order.
The last 2 made sense.
Yeah.
You lost me another one, but the last 2 made sense.
What? Number 5 wasn't bad.
I want to be able to replay this. Don't worry, I'm gonna have it queued
Oh yeah.
up.
We gonna talk. Look, we're gonna be able to talk about this on week 3. Hey, bro. The Lions ain't scored this year.
Especially you said Jacksonville. What the fuck?
You got 5. You want to help? You want to throw yours in there? No pressure.
Hey, after this, you can say whatever. You can go by team colors right
So
now,
I'm going.
and you will be all right.
He said team colors.
That's funny.
Whoever you like. Go by the
So we're gonna
logo.
start with number 5. Number 5, I would say the Falcons because I'm a diehard Falcons fan. I will say that.
Your team.
Yeah. So Falcons, and I know they're rivals. Of course, Cowboys, Patriots.
No, but of course the Cowboys. But okay, go ahead.
Well, not. They just always have like a solid. They're an American team, so they always somehow float to the top, even if it's some bullshit going on. I feel like they always float to the top. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
JT rubbing his head.
I say the Rams, maybe.
There you go.
I like that.
Now you're talking football.
And
Mayo.
Rams.
They won the Super Bowl.
That was New England. That's the Patriots.
So that is the Patriots. So
Yeah.
I don't have another one. I just have 4.
That's that 4.
Come on, give me one more. Just throw one out there. Ben did.
Chicago Bears. The Bears.
Man threw everybody out he played with on Madden.
All right, who next? You ready?
Hey, listen, we gonna start from the bottom to the top. New York Giants.
Jacksonville Jack. What the fuck?
New York Jets. Yeah, I mean, New Jersey Giants, New Jersey Jets. Yo,
Jersey Giants.
we gonna go next with. I'm gonna keep it real with you. The Rams, right? Then I'm gonna give you some more. I'm gonna definitely say I like this conference, but I'm gonna stay out of that conference. I'm gonna throw the Bengals in there, and then the top team, because this is my team that I believe is gonna win the Super Bowl this year, is the Buffalo Bills, the New York Buffalo Bills.
So he went with the top. He went with the
The
top.
Buffalo Bills is one of the top teams.
He went with the top 3.
Okay, I'll go.
You like my Buffalo Bills, or who's stopping them?
On my bottom, I'll go with best records. I'll go with the Rams. I'm really liking, believe it or not, I think New Orleans is going to take that. New Orleans, the Saints. I like Philly, 'cause I'm a Philly fan. But being realistic after that, the two that I think are really going to shine this year, I think KC is going to come back and show what he's really made of because he's missing Tyreek. And number one, because it's his contract year, the Ravens are going to show out this year. They got the D already. I think the Ravens going to do it as contract year.
Okay, I'm ready. All right. Number 5. We gonna go with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Number 5, Tampa Bay. All right, cause Brady is the GOAT, so you can't bet against the GOAT. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
All right. You can't.
Sound like
It's
Howard
hard. The
Cosell.
heart of the champion. Aaron Donald is smashing helmets. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the people that don't see nothing wrong with him swinging the helmet. But I don't know the situation. Number 3, my guy, A-Rod, Green Bay Packers. You know what I'm saying? My boy always got something to prove, man. He got a new girl, you know what I'm saying, new tattoo.
Yeah.
He looked like old boy from Con Air.
Boy,
yeah, I like
just
that.
like him.
He ain't take the vaccination.
I like that kind of guy. Nicolas Cage, yeah. It was the hair. Number 2, like MJ said, I got a guy in my group chat that's a Kansas City Chief fan, so I don't really want to say this, but Chiefs, man, like he said, I think Patrick out for vengeance. He heard the podcast, so he on your head, Tyreek. He gonna be pretty accurate this year. And then last but not least, the team, because I want to do something different this year. You know what I'm saying? I want to go for the goal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna jump out there, and I'm gonna, you know what? I'm jumping on MJ bandwagon because I'm just rooting for players this year. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson going crazy, just doing something that ain't never been done before, and y'all owe him $500 million. Okay, go ahead, he gonna earn $500 million this year. I don't know what he gonna do, but I hope he earn $500 million doing it. Okay, I think he's gonna be special this year, and I think them Steelers falling off a little bit.
I hear you. KK, what you got, brother?
He ain't got no receivers.
First, let me start off by saying I got the Niners and the Chargers in the Super Bowl.
Niners and the Chargers.
Niners and the Chargers in the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
Number 5,
Interesting.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
Number 4, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. And the number 1 record will be the Los Angeles Chargers.
You think Chargers gonna finally finish off second half of the
I
season?
think they got a defense. they got these bookend pass rushers. They got a safety. They got everything that they really need to pull that cycle. They're gonna score. They got enough weapons to score.
They definitely got weapons to score. No question. It's easy. What you got, brother?
I forgot about the Chargers. He put that back in my head. So I'm going to go with the Chargers at number 5. Yeah, like you said, their defense is solid. And their offense, I think that, what's his name? Herbert?
Herbert
or something? Herbert or
whatever it is.
Yeah, I think he was slept on when they was drafting, and it shows. Kansas City after that. I think Mahomes has something to prove because Hill left, and I think they treated it the right way. They didn't trip out. They wished him the best. And I think Patrick Mahomes gonna do his thing. Oh, I want to go with I'm gonna go with the. Oh, sheesh. It's between I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Wow. Yeah, I like the Ravens in there because I do think that even though his receivers are, you never heard of him, but I think that he's gonna do something. I think Jackson gonna do something special this year. I think he's going to get his contract though this week. I think Baltimore is going to give him his contract this week.
Because he said he's not going to negotiate.
Yeah, I think he's going to get his contract this week. So I go with the Ravens there. Top two. Whew.
The Buffalo
can't mess with the GOAT, bro. Got to go with Tampa Bay in there. Still amazes me what that dude did last year. As old as he is, and he led the league in passing. That's it's impressive. So I'm going with them. Even though I think they're going to start off slow because some of their receivers are hurt, but I think they'll end it up on a strong note. And I think who's going to have the best record this year? Not saying that they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I think the best record. Damn, Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm Green Bay, man. I think they're gonna have the best record, even though just the way he came out and went off on his receivers. I have a feeling that them damn receivers is gonna perform, and they're gonna end up with the best record. For one thing, their division ain't that strong, so I think they'll end up with the best record. But I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
All right. So, Arlena got
Your boys was right there. I promise you. They were right there, man. That's why they were right there. But yeah.
All right, my Arlene got Chiefs, Packers, Colts, the Bears, the Broncos.
I forgot about the Colts
and Raiders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she said the Bears. I didn't. I'm reading. I said my aunt. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't say it. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't say that. Number 1 got the Saints. No, she got the Buccaneers, the Saints, the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Bears. What did y'all see?
Right.
Maybe
is it a Georgia thing? You know.
Maybe I like the quarterback. Maybe I like the quarterback.
Black quarterback. Justin Fields. You know.
Maybe it's Justin Fields thing. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. All right, John called and chimed in tonight. John Victram got the Rams. Well, it's 5 is the Bengals. He's an ATLian, so he's gonna ride with his Falcons. Okay.
I don't know why.
Sometimes fans just don't understand. Be a fan.
Sometimes we go with a heart. Go with a heart there. Man. Number 3, he got the Bills. Number 2, he got the Chiefs. Number 1, he got the Rams. My mom got the Colts, Steelers, Rams, Cowboys, Falcons, and Ravens. Number 1 said, who said the Jags? That would have been Ben. Our millennium leader. Yeah, I saw the thing about.
Excuse me, girls, real quick.
Go ahead.
Cause my girls got Saints. All right, she's following me. Browns, I don't know where she came from with that. Panthers, Seahawks, that's out of left. But I do think Titans might be able to do something this season. That's the number 1 team.
Wait,
who? The Titans. Is she from Cleveland or something?
No,
do they still exist?
No, because she picked both the Panthers and the Browns. That's why I wondered. Maybe she. I was like,
yeah, I don't.
Seattle above them.
I think she's doing top 5 for the draft next year.
Yeah, they don't exist.
Now get off of it. No, Titans gonna make some.
The Titans still in the NFL.
Titans is a good one.
Perhaps.
They still in the NFL.
All right. So I got number 5. And you're right, we're gonna shock the world this year. I got my Steelers. We're gonna surprise folks. Yeah, y'all giggle. It doesn't matter who our starting quarterback is. We have options.
Damn
and
sure
it's
do.
Good, it is good to have options. So I like that.
Did they cut Maddox?
I mean Mason.
No,
they're not gonna cut him. They're gonna use him as trade bait. He'll be trade bait.
Yeah. They had to have all the cuts in by 4 p.m. today.
Yeah, no, he'll be trade bait. You know what I mean, they just signed him last year to an extended year, so he'll be good trade bait for him. And he did well enough in the preseason to keep his value up, so that was good. But he definitely, his days are numbered. It's a reality. So number 5, I got the Steelers. Number 4, I also got the Titans. I think due to their division, I think they're strong enough. If Derrick Henry stays healthy, I think they got a really good defense. I think they're gonna be a problem. Number 3, I also agree with A-Rod. Yeah, I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is based on the division. I think the Vikings still have to rely on Kirk Cousins, who.
Right.
If you got to rely on Kirk Cousins, then that's what you get. Kirk Cousins, he's been a consistent, mediocre quarterback. You know what I mean? He's been consistently mediocre.
Getting $33 million a year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm with it.
Number two. Number 2 is going to be the 49ers. I think they returned everybody, bringing Debo back and getting him his money is going to make a big difference. They got a solid defense. The question is going to be whether or not old boy is ready to pull the trigger, but I would think they were very, 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 very smart.
What?
At keeping Garoppolo.
Big time.
Folks say what they want to say about Jimmy. They can say what they say about Playboy Jimmy G. But Playboy Jimmy G has done nothing but win. His entire career, he's done nothing but win.
85 years old.
The thing with Jimmy G.
Well, let me finish this. That's your 5?
I got one more, but go ahead.
Jimmy G is a great regular season quarterback.
True.
He's trash in the playoffs.
True.
Which is why they got Trey Lance. Because the offense is so limited with Jimmy G's noodle arm that they needed somebody to open the offense up. That's why they're going to be so much more dangerous this year, because you can't really key on anything now. You're going to have to respect the deep ball. You're going to have to respect the read option. All that stuff's going to come into play. So their offense is going to be a lot.
I don't disagree with you, but I think the mistake that they made last year was they wanted to win, and they felt like they were positioned to win, and they had a decision to make. Do we go with the young buck, or do we keep Jimmy G knowing he's not healthy and knowing his limitations in the playoffs?
Right.
I feel like as an organization, they didn't want to put the pressure on Trey.
And I understand.
So if they lost, they blame him. It would be much easier to blame Jimmy G.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you also took away that experience factor. So now you have to come in going with him, you know what I mean? And then it come playoff time, you right back there in that mix.
Here's the thing. He sat a year and learned the playbook. They say he got the playbook down. So he knows exactly what every player is going to call for. And also, like I said, Kyle can open that thing up now. He couldn't open it up with Jimmy G.
100% agree.
Yeah, Jimmy G couldn't throw from here to the door. So it has to be, the thing now is you got to respect Brandon Ayuk. You got to respect Danny Gray. You got to respect Debo down the field. George Kittle comes into play now. You got Elijah Mitchell running out the back. They got a lot of weapons that they can use in ways that they could never use before.
And I agree. And which is why I think they're going to do a tremendous job in the regular season.
That's the most I heard the 49ers fans speak today.
Yeah, today. But
I'm passionate about that football.
But yeah, he's passionate about that football. But I agree with you 100%. And I think in the regular season, he's going to be able to open it up. But we all know in the playoffs, everything changes.
Different beast.
Everything changes in the NFL, man.
Aaron Rodgers and those 13-4 records, who knocked their ass out the playoffs every year? The 49ers.
No, you're right. You're right, because of that defense.
Yeah.
Because of the defense. Yeah, I agree 100%. But number 1 record for this season, I unfortunately have to say, I believe it's going to be Tampa Bay again.
Oh, man.
Because of the division is so weak.
Right. That's
the division is so weak.
The Buffalo Bills got the weakest division.
That's 6 wins.
Yeah.
That's 6 wins off the rip.
I don't
Bills
have
got
faith in
the
the
weakest
Saints
division.
with a new coach. You know, although he's been there a long time, it's easy to be the offensive or defensive coordinator. There's a lot more pressure when you got that hat on. You know what I mean? All the pressure's on you. So I think, you know, experience plays a major role in both coaching and QBing. You know what I mean? So
I think Jameis is going to become what he was.
I think that Lamar Jackson, if he plays without a contract, his mama, he didn't listen to mama, because I can't imagine your mama, who's been helping you run your whole career, would allow you to touch a pinky toe on that football field without a contract.
That's a fact.
Because the way he plays the game, every single play.
That's why I say.
You know what I mean?
They don't give him no receivers.
And you know you have got to hit this joker early and often.
His contract has to come this week.
And if he don't get it and play, I would not play. I would not play a down. You know what I mean? Not one down. They start off the season 0-2. I guarantee all of a sudden you're going to see the biggest contract come up. You know what I mean? But to touch the field, I think is a mistake.
If you don't,
and if he plays,
the
Emmitt Smith move. And if he plays without that contract, if he ends up playing, he's going to be pressing so hard to prove himself that I think it's going to cost his team, which I will enjoy. Don't get me wrong.
He gonna join the Uptown Fantasy League if he play.
Hey, man.
He ain't getting no money.
Anyway.
Now, do you think, because you know Brady's line, they lose the lineman every day.
Brady on Dan.
Be able to stand behind that line. You know he can't move. He can't
Well-
get out the way.
The one thing, go ahead.
The one thing with that is, with the way the NFL is now, he can stand back there because can't nobody hit him.
But that's how they made the NFL, the Brady rule.
That they can't nobody hit him. So that's why I don't think he's going to have a season like he did last year.
Right.
But I think their running game is going to be a lot better this year than what it was last year.
Have to lean on Fournette because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
is in Kansas City.
I think Fournette.
I think they'll mess around and sign Sony Michel because the Dolphins released him.
You saw that? The Dolphins released
I
him.
think that'd be a great
I
pickup.
actually thought that they was gonna pick up Drake, but he ended up going to Baltimore. Yeah. So I could see Sony Michel.
Ain't none of them stopping the
And
Buffalo
Sony Michel
Bills.
from Florida. He's right down there. So yeah,
Perfect pickup for him.
The Buffalo Bills are not being stopped this year.
The line is going to end up getting Sue. I think that money that they cleared up with Jimmy G's contract, I think they're going to put Sue right
I think Buffalo.
Who's stopping Buffalo?
Buffalo's dangerous.
Ain't nobody stopping their defense. I mean,
dangerous.
we serious right now, man. I'm a Bills fan. You know what? I'm wearing my jersey next week.
And I still like Cincinnati a lot. I like
The
Cincinnati a
Bengals,
lot.
yeah, because they just saw a guy. What's the name over there?
They got some weapons over there, boy.
They got
Cincinnati.
two quarterbacks.
Cincinnati gonna be dangerous, but Cincinnati had a great run, but you're not gonna sweep out that division again. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, man,
that's why I don't think they're gonna have the
that
best.
ain't
I
gonna
don't think they're gonna have the best record. But they.
I base the record on your division. You know that's 8 games. You know what I mean? If you go 6-2, 7-1 in your division, you heads and tails above. Right?
She made a great pick when she said the Cowboys, because the Cowboys division.
I won't pick the Cowboys, do nothing but take out my trash.
That's why I can't do nothing. I can't say their name, but I couldn't put them in my top 5. But they got
They got some weapons. The Cowboys got some weapons.
Right there.
They got 5 wins in their division.
They in the top 15.
They got 5 wins in their division.
I think the Eagles are a lot better this year.
I agree.
Eagles gonna win.
I think that's why I don't say 6. That's why I say 5, because I think the Eagles gonna be the ones.
The Eagles got to run through the Giants. The Giants always got their number.
It's not that hard to do.
I think that
Shots fired.
That's big.
is a big deal. It's
a big deal.
Oh, that's big.
And you lost the slot guy. What's his name? The other receiver who was coming on strong.
So now you got CD Lamb, who's going to be double teamed all game, every game.
Yes. He's now the number 1.
Ezekiel Elliott is losing a step.
Hey man, Ezekiel Elliott did right to get his contract when he got it. I ain't mad at him.
He's a beast.
He's not the weapon
Yeah,
that
but
he was.
he-
Their offensive line ain't as good as he was.
Nope. And then they lost that.
Then they
best
just
line.
lost that boy.
Yeah.
Well, Elliott is a beast.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Eagles gonna give them every bit of fits in that division. You know what I mean?
Giants gonna stop him.
And Washington, whatever their new name is, you know, Yeah, who?
Commanders.
They're
What
not
is it?
not
You
going
said
to be
the
that bad of a
Generals,
team.
USFL.
And Carson Wentz is another guy that plays a great first half of the season. Right. You know what I mean? The second half, he's going to stink it up. But that first half, he going to look, you know, Pro Bowlish. You know what I mean? But
That's right.
Washington Nationals.
Carson, what's the
Yeah, he
quarterback
get
now?
hurt. He get hurt.
Yeah. He going first half of the season. He
ninth
dangerous.
game, 9th to 10th game, he'll get
But
hurt.
Washington can win on defense. They got a strong.
They got a strong defense, and they got some young talent out there.
Yeah, as long as they can run the ball.
They got some young talent out there.
Play here and there down the field. They'll stay in games.
That
But the
receiver
NFC
they got
is-
that receiver they got out of what's that small school, the Christian school out of Virginia. Yeah, that receiver they got out there, Washington. McLaren. Nasty.
Very much.
Yeah, but the NFC ain't doing nothing against the AFC. right now.
AFC's top heavy.
The AFC
Oh,
too
AFC top
heavy.
heavy.
Don't cannibalize.
The NFC can't do
AFC
nothing
hot.
against the
AFC
AFC.
Bro, the AFC West
Heavy.
on each other. They beat each other though. All of them are neck to neck. Nobody is really that much superior from 1 to 4.
Because you're a 49ers fan?
Yeah, but I'm NFC.
NFC, you in NFC. Yeah, you in NFC.
But AFC West,
AFC is.
Raiders, the Chargers, the
Who's
Chiefs.
Who's the quarterback for that team in Washington? Who's
Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go on record right now. If he gets hurt by the 5th or 6th game, Washington might mess around and win the NFC East.
If he get hurt.
If he get hurt.
If he get hurt, that's your joint?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, the quarterback behind him, he the real deal. That rookie.
Heineke.
No.
That's
boy,
who behind him.
that boy out of North Carolina.
That's the cop left. He
I
ain't.
can't think his name right now, but I'm gonna tell you, Sam Howell, he's a sleeper, bro. I promise you, he is a sleeper in the
I think they go to
NFL.
Heineke before they go to him though.
Yeah, he could get hurt too.
I think the Bills winning it all.
Bill's gonna be dangerous, man. Bill's gonna be dangerous.
I'm a big
Hey, let's
Bills
give a
fan.
Classic Konversations birthday shout out to my Aunt Olena. Her birthday is tomorrow, which is in 10 minutes, something like that. Happy birthday.
Number one fan just had a birthday. I saw out there on the bus.
Happy birthday to you.
Bus doing her thing.
Her birthday was in March.
Happy
She was
birthday
probably
to
celebrating
you.
somebody else's birthday.
Going to the bus.
Happy birthday.
That Sugar Sean give your birthday song there.
Happy birthday
to my aunt, man.
to you.
My aunt she's literally been celebrating her birthday all month long. That's how you do it, right?
Hey, man.
Absolutely.
She's literally been doing it all
My
month.
birthday month starts Thursday.
Listen, my birthday in
The
January.
old speed limit, 55. Please believe.
You turning 55?
Please believe.
Oh, you look good for 55.
I am going to have a great
Oh yeah,
September.
you still got.
October. Well, I may sleep the whole damn month.
You look
away.
good for 55, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
You still
that,
got
brother.
eyebrows and
I
everything.
appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
But I am starting on the 1st.
My birthday in
It's not
January.
gonna stop.
You come
Real.
to my 45th birthday party. It's about to be a movie.
It is
It's gonna be a movie.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
not gonna stop.
Hey,
you have an
happy
ice
birthday,
sculpture.
Auntie. Good, way to celebrate your birthday. Show them how it's done. She's been having a blast. Ben, you got anything, brother?
What you got coming up, Ben?
But you know what? Before you say if you got anything,
You know what you gotta shout
I
out.
have to ask this. It's 2 questions actually. I was gonna ask one, but it's 2.
I feel something coming.
Jacksonville and Detroit.
I knew it.
Just give me Just give me one good thing. Give me 2 good things about Jacksonville, and give me one about Detroit.
Okay. One thing about Jacksonville is I always like to root for the underdogs. So I believe it's like when everybody.
Well, you went all in.
Yeah, I did. I
Ben was
always
in the
looked at it
NFL,
like
by the way.
They overdue, you know. And then you said Detroit.
Yeah.
I was watching Hard Knocks. And,
Yo,
and I was like, man,
Man,
Yo.
really, they trying.
hey man, that
I'm
coach,
a root for them. 'Cause they trying.
that coach though, bro. Hey man,
I know, man. You know what?
like a
and CTE, cause boy, when
Yo.
you pull them pants up, talking about getting the dust off the pants.
yo, but that's the only guy that's talking that played in the NFL. Like he had a tryout. He was on Atlanta Falcons. Give it up for Ben.
Shout out, Ben.
Yeah, I was on the practice squad. It was a nice 2 days.
Nice 2 days.
Yeah, then
You probably should have drove the Flower Branch this year. You probably could have got
I mean,
some
you
time.
know what, bro? I've been riding around the city like, bro, we can do this.
You probably could
We
have got
just
some
need to
time
get
down
3
there.
games.
I'm telling you, probably could have got some time down there.
He
Boy.
was in the league.
Them D's ain't like they used to be.
this year.
He made it to the league.
I mean, it's like who's on the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, they got people that work at Kroger on the team. I can
Yeah,
see
man.
that, being honest with you. I ain't.
Yeah, tight end. That's all. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, for real.
That's it, man.
But besides that, Benji the Guru, G&J Media in the building. Today I brought my wife. Would you like to say something, my dear?
Our show.
What was that?
Our show. Our show.
I don't think I can say is as without, so within. So whatever you take in, whether it's food, energy, music, whatever it is, just know that that's what's gonna come out of you. So change your mindset if you change your outward influences, and meditate. That will balance you throughout life, and that's all I have.
That's what's up.
I feel like they talking to me, but I'm I'm messing with you. Yeah.
It's okay. Defensive.
No, she was.
They talk to me like this all the time. They done sent me to a meditation place.
Let's see. The show September 20th here at the Uptown Comedy Corner, located in the historic Hateville. Just be careful at the racetrack over there. They get you. They get you. But besides that, man, Sugar Sean Riley will be performing. We outside. Sugar Sean Riley, we everywhere.
Yeah, talk to me nice.
Check me out. Yo, gonna be up in Alpharetta at the Coffee House Ground Pound.
Yo, can I say all of this?
22 September 22nd, 22.
Hey, yo, can I say it all?
Also, McDonough on the 28th.
Holla
So we out here
Holla
outside, son. And
Not
shout
so
out
we
to my
outside.
lovely wife and my kids.
All day.
This is Sean, and I just want to say that I love
you
guys.
too. I love ya.
I'm so proud of my babies.
Talk to me nice.
You good, Dwayne? KK, what you got, brother? Shout out your books and everything you got going on, man.
Hilarious.
Volume 2 of my Beyond the Saga. We've also got KB1's first annual pajama party coming up October 29th at the Battery. Okay. So that's gonna be on. It's just we got a lot of things going on, door prizes, free food, full bar, all that setup. So it's our first one. So we'll see how that.
That's litty.
Pajamas in the wintertime.
Yeah.
What?
You just came from a little road trip, huh?
Yeah. Just got back from Chicago. Went to a White Sox game Friday night, and then drove up to Indiana and went to the Colts Buccaneers game Saturday night.
Okay.
We just got back yesterday.
That's a nice trip.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, as I take a deep breath, Sugar Sean, what you got?
Hey, we outside. Yo, listen. I'll be at the Uptown Comedy Corner on September 20th. Could we back outside, and it's about to be amazing because the Sugar Sean takeover is happening. I got Alpharetta, the coffee shop, Ground and Pound, which I heard about before for my team. We doing our thing, and we're gonna be in McDonough, Georgia, at the Easy Wine Spot Pure Zen. It's a winery in McDonough, Georgia, and we doing our thing. And yo, hey, I'm just happy to be outside. And you know what? I'm happy that they have me here all the time. And we're going to work on me being the resident comedian. But yo, I'm just happy that I'm here all the time. You know, I love y'all. Peace and blessings. That's what Ben said I would have said anyway, but that's just me. I love y'all and your kids and everybody else.
There it is.
and I do agree with Ask a Cop sometimes.
Every blue moon.
Every blue moon, yeah.
What you got?
Tonight, no. Not nothing he said.
This is one of them times.
Yeah. You slipped and fell in about. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna go there because you're a comedian. You'll join me out. Anyway, getting back on this horse I haven't been on in a while. If you feel you've been wronged by the police, file a complaint. But don't file frivolous complaints, because what happens, it ties up the system. Officers are overworked right now for low numbers, So think about it before you make that call. A lot of calls can be made to teleserve inside the city of Atlanta. And just try this. Next time you see an officer, speak to him. Take some time to ask him about his day, and you'd be surprised.
Okay.
You'd be surprised the response you get.
Nada. No, they cops. They Smurfs.
All right. Last day to register to vote in Georgia is October 11th.
If you ain't
right
ready
around
to
the
vote,
corner.
you your ass whoop. I'll say that to her.
My aunt Lane said she don't want to give up the rain, but I guess September folks want to celebrate too. Had fun top golf with JJ and Sydney. Going to the beach tomorrow and escape. You're gonna love the escape room. We did the escape room.
Oh, I like that.
For one of my son's birthday, and it was really, really cool. It was really, really a challenge. You really have to work together. We went to the one. It was in Atlanta. It was like a big apartment complex. And got the whole floor, top floor of the apartment complex, turned into an escape room.
Can I come?
Yeah, ingenious idea, by the way. But it was really, really fun. I mean, but you really have to work together because I mean.
Did y'all get out?
We got out. We got
I'm doing this on Saturday.
5 minutes to spare, 5-6 minutes to spare. But
on Saturday, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, it was a challenge though, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
It's the one right by the park, right?
Everybody had.
And it's an apartment building.
It's inside of an apartment building up top.
And you gotta go upstairs.
You
Yeah.
had to really put your head together, man, for that jump. But it was real. It was really, really fun.
Will they let me in?
Let me see. Make sure I got everybody's comments here. And let me just say this real quick on the one thing for being. I thought you were gonna say Trevor Lawrence because I'm gonna tell you I did go to the Jacksonville game a couple weeks ago and he was sharp. He was very, very sharp. He threw the ball extremely well. He knew when to run. He's gonna make them better. It won't be this year, Benjamin, but he's going to make them better.
No, look, they'll be better this year. It just won't be top 5 better.
Yeah. Benjamin, that's like when they call.
Yeah, I let you know, Ben. Hey, that deserved a Benjamin right there.
Because you know, if they win 4 games, they're better.
It's football. Any given Sunday, right?
Julio might end up down by the end of like week 5.
No, Julio in Tampa Bay, boy. Julio about to have the best season he'd had in a long time.
Get all that slop stuff.
Yeah, he gonna have the best he had in a long time. But you putting Julio on your third corner, oh boy, he got problems.
Yep, absolutely.
He got problems. That's why I think Tampa Bay gonna be good again. Cause that was a great addition. You got 2 6'4", 6'5" grown men at receiver.
3 of them.
With the tight end, but the other receivers.
They got Godwin.
Godwin's a monster too.
Godwin. They got
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams and Julio. Boy.
Yeah, they're gonna be dangerous. Yeah, they're dangerous. So
Julio ain't got to play every down.
I just want to give a shout out to the communion cups that we got on this podcast right now.
Not the communion cups. They're a little too big for communion, boy. The folks we just drink communion, they're big. But yeah, I think it'll be good, man. I think it's gonna be real fun to watch. That's why I think they're gonna dominate the division because I just think they're gonna have too many weapons. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and Tom Brady is
Tom Brady.
Buffalo Bills, baby.
But anyway, man, like you said, register to vote. October 11th, the last day. If you haven't done it yet, please vote. Please make sure we do not let this guy get
Herschel.
Just ignorance on every level. I've never laughed at a commercial, the same commercial with them kids, the same commercial so many times, just all of them. Yeah. But the one where they just call out all his lies and not just talk about the lies, actually play his lie out. You know what I mean? And then rebuttal the lie. I laugh at this commercial every single time it comes on because it's just like, you know, I was a cop, hey, I was an FBI agent. You know what I mean? That's hilarious, man.
When the kids stood up at the
Hey, yo, Angelo,
when the
you
kids
remember what
stood
George
up at the
Wallace
lemonade
said?
stand and said, "Hi, I have 18 employees that work for me." Bruh, I lost it.
Yo, Angelo, what did George Wallace say about him yesterday?
About Herschel, oh man,
he ain't like none of the Walkers.
Hey, none of the Walkers.
Hezekiah
The Walkers
Walker.
and the Smiths, boy. He went on all of them. Boy, that jump was hilarious.
I cried.
What's it? Madam C.J. Walker?
C.J. Walker. He said Hezekiah Walker. Imagine C.J. Walker. Oh, that was funny.
Hey man, but again, I'm humbled and honored to have received this last night for Uptown Comedy Corner being Comedy Club of the Year. It was a phenomenal honor. It was a phenomenal event. Shout out to Mr. Inappropriate with yet another Mr. Inappropriate remark during the show.
Dude,
and
what
shout out to my man Jae Tea. They were the presenters to me. That was real cool. They had two guys like that to present, so that was really, really, really fun event. So thank you all. I appreciate it.
What did he say? The noodle? If you want this, something about some noodle. If you want it, see me in the parking lot or something.
That in the club part,
I couldn't even.
Well, next time have Sugar Sean come through in his suit and.
You was Sean Corleone.
Right.
Hey.
You wasn't Sugar Sean last night.
Right.
You was Sean Corleone.
Hey.
Hey, you even had the little flower rose.
Oh, y'all put me outside.
Hey,
Y'all
he
put
was
me
Sean
on
Corleone last night, boy. He had the rose on the. I was like, oh boy, he's straight Sean Corleone tonight, boy.
Yeah, he came with it last night. Came
What you got,
with it
Teasy?
last night. Red bottom hat, boy. He
Time and place for everything.
He was doing it.
You killed him now.
Well, y'all know what it is, man. Movie premiere September 18th. When Life Happens. Tickets are still for sale. Just make sure when you buy your tickets, you buy the one that says James J.T. Thompson. Get paid off of that. Make sure that you do that. Next week, we're going to have the cast here from The Shell of a Man, stage play that I'm doing on September 18th. It's basically about 7 men that have struggles in life, and they talk about, they actually act it out, and then they actually talk about it after the actual scene. Play is not a long play. The price is great. It's going to be in Riverdale. We're going to be doing some more shows, talking about doing one up here at Uptown also.
Yeah, I talked to you last night.
Yep. So next week we're going to have some of the cast up here. I think that all of the guys are going to come, so we'll be able to talk about that. You'll be able to get a little bit more insight into it. ATL's hottest.
What time did you tell them to show up?
9. Learn my damn lesson. Up at 9.
Then the commercials at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Up at 9. I learned my lesson, bro. 9 o'clock. So, but ATL's hottest. Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Well, they didn't put ASCOP name in it, but yeah, we are nominated. So make sure to go to atlshottest.com and vote for that. And you can also vote for me and my wife as ATL's hottest power couple. Then you can vote for me as ATL's hottest male model, ATL's hottest male actor, ATL's hottest male host, and ATL's hottest gentleman. I'm the reigning ATL's hottest gentleman, so I'm trying to defend that title. Honk for Jesus. Yes, they just changed it. It was supposed to be on Peacock, but they put the commercials out, and I am in the trailer. Check out the commercial. You see me over there cleaning the wall and everything. But they actually changed it. I don't know if the trailer just made them want to change it, but now it's going to be in theaters on September 2nd. So if you get a chance, check that out. You'll see me. I have my beard on in that one. I think that is going to be it. And as far as a nugget for you guys, treat every day as a gift. Just like on Christmas, when you wake up, you get excited for that gift. Every day is another gift that you need to make sure that you take care of and cherish. So treat every day as a day to get better. Make sure that you get better in whatever it is that you're doing. And I think that'll do it. I'll let you got one
Uptown Comedy Corner, ATL's hottest, DJ and Love, ATL's hottest DJ.
Make sure y'all vote on that. Make sure y'all vote on all of it.
Find that link too, so I can start posting that junk.
Yeah, we're gonna have that link up next week for sure. We got to get them votes in. I think the awards is November. I think you can vote now to November, something like that. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it. So
and next year I'm getting an award.
Next week, 8:30ish.
Next year I'm getting an award.
I've made that what?
You already know. I ain't gonna tell you, but you know I'm getting an award next year.
When you turn your night into the hottest night Uptown during the week, buddy,
talk to me nice.
I'm gonna make sure that we invite our man from ATL Hottest to come check you out, Sugar Sean. So we're gonna make sure we push for that next.
Still gotta put the lapel and the thing on my suit.
You do your thing, yes.
I love that. I love that.
That's how we rock.
We want to invite him up here September 20th.
Yeah, let's get him up here for the show.
Bring him up here. I'm the funniest guy in the country.
Yeah, and if you don't, he might even put you on the ballot for this year.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. Okay.
Let's get it.
Reach out to him tomorrow. Make sure that he come out for your show.
Yes, sir.
I'm dressing up.
All right, y'all. So that's
She
gonna
said,
do it,
please.
man. We will see y'all next week. Classic Konversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
That's a call.
And we out. You dig?
You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. It's gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. It's gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. It's gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. It's gonna classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. It's gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap.